Still set point for the Rebels, match point for the Rebels, championship for the Rebels coming up if they can get one more point.
Rebel volleyball is on.
Fisher serves, Hopkin, great pass up front, Cornea sets left side, Grohl hits, back corner, was it in there? It was tipped, and the Rebels win 25-19, 3-1.
Last season, Coach Cindy Stewart and the Rebs climbed back to the top.
Kiera sets left side, Julia hits it hard and splits the D, and it was deflected out of bounds.
They pounded their way to a 17th Rich High School Volleyball State Championship and brought the trophy back home.
Alicia again with the serve. Vicious serve, and it's a service ace. A lot of mustard on it.
With a reloaded roster, the Rebels take the court with their sights set on defending the title and making it 2 in a row.
Larson serves again. This one passed to the up official. It's a service ace for Risha.
Turn up the volume, Rebel fans, and join us for Rich Rebel Volleyball on Rebel Radio. KADQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
Set up front in the middle, set is blocked. On the attack, Julia Hopkin with an epic recreation block of the game.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, the Wind River Hotel and Casino of Riverton, Wyoming, T-Bar S Body Shop Technoglass of Evanston, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, West Star Printing in Evanston, Edwards Furniture in Logan, and by mylocalradio.com.
Hopkin passes, Cornea sets into the middle, Peart touch attack into the middle, and the Rebels win 27-25. Perfect placement by Savannah Peart.
And now, Rebel volleyball fans,
slaps it down, diving dig by Amber Leap.
Get ready as we head to the court to join the play-by-play voice of the Rebels, Ryan STEINECKERT.
Good evening, Rebel fans, and welcome to Rebel Volleyball on KADQ. Today, the Rebels take on the Cokeville Panthers. We're in Cokeville, and the first serve is scheduled for about 20 minutes from now. In the meantime, we have our pregame show brought to you by the town of Randolph. Mayor Lynn Weston, who's sitting just to my left, also along with him, board members Sim Belt, Brian Wires, Bridget Pugmire, Melanie Lim, and clerk Lana Peart. We'll hear from them, and then we'll set the scene for today's match of Rich Rebel Volleyball on KADQ FM 98.3, and you can watch live online at mylocalradio.com.
Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extreme, extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the town of Randolph.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you. Well, good evening and welcome back to the Town of Randolph pregame show. We've got an exciting match for you tonight as the Rebels take on the Cokeville Panthers. This is always a fun one, and even, you know, I was talking with with Chris Hopkin earlier. He said, man, I hope they give us a better match than last year. We really took it to them. Well, Cokeville, the Rebels won last year 3-1, not quite taking it to them like the Rebels did last week in region play against Tabiona and Manila. We'll get to that here in a second on our Pugstone Sporting Goods scene set. Pugstone Sporting Goods, winter, summer, spring, or fall, Pugstone's has it all. Lots of great information to carry you through the winter, all your winter recreation information needs at Pugstone's Sporting Goods. As I mentioned, the Rebels, no trouble last week in region play. They were at Tabiona, at Duchesne, and at Manila last Thursday and Friday. And at Tabiona, boy, I expected, and maybe Coach Tangi Lazenby expected a little more from her team as well, but they really had trouble on the serve receive, trouble with the serve. as the Rebels tallied up 15 service aces in the match. Talisha Larson alone tallied up, I believe, 8 service aces in that match, and the Rebels won easily in 3, 25-11, 8, and 16. Rich followed that up with a solid win over Duchesne the next day, 25-22, I think, or 23, 25-18, 25-20, and then just another dominant win against Manila, 3-0 to cap off the night on Friday. While the Lady Rebels were doing that, the Rebel football team hosted and beat Monticello 21-6. So Rebel volleyball gets back into it tonight against Cokeville. We're at Cokeville. These teams trade a home and home, or just a home and away, or I guess a home every year. Last year it was at Rich, and in that match, again, the Rebels 1-3. They took the first at 25-11. No trouble there. But then Cokeville bounced back and had a solid second set, winning 25-22. Don't know if it was Cokeville waking up, Rebels falling asleep, maybe a combination of both. But then the Rebels bounced back in sets 3 and 4, winning 25-15 and 25-20 to again win the match 3-1. Cokeville comes into this one. They're looking pretty solid so far. 8-6 is their overall record, but if you take into account the teams that they've played this season, they've taken on a lot of competition like what the Rebels faced early on in a very tough Evanston Red Devils team and a tough Gillette Campbell's team. Cokeville opened the season with an easy win over Grace. They then beat Green River, who went on to win that Cokeville tournament just a couple of weeks ago. They beat Alta. We'll hear from Coach Bill Thompson in our pregame show, and he'll tell us a little bit more about that. But they've gone on. They lost to some big schools in Centennial, Idaho, which is just south of Pocatello. They beat Pocatello. They lost to a very solid, what I'm very familiar with when I broadcasted in Oregon. The team I broadcasted for played against Vail, Oregon all the time, and Vail was very good. They've beat Cokeville a couple of times this year. But Cokeville's also beat Farson Eden. They've beat Big Piney in 3 straight. They've had some dominant wins. They've lost a few, but they're dealing with some injuries, and they're a quality team. This is not going to be a walk in the park for the Rebels. As I mentioned, Green River, Cokeville beat Green River earlier this year, and that was in 3 straight at that Cokeville tournament on the first day. And this is a Panthers team with a proud tradition, is maybe more proud than maybe anybody. And if you compare that even with Rich, that's saying a lot. The Rebels with 17 state titles in the history of the volleyball team. Well, Cokeville can do you not just 1, 2, 3, 4 better. 21 state titles going back to 1985. They won 9 in a row from 85 to 93. Took a year off and then won 7 more in a row from 95 to 01. The championships have been a little more sparse of late. 08, 2011, 12, 13, and 14. Last year, a runner-up against Little Snake River. So this is a Cokeville team that runners-up last year. They bring back everybody from that squad, and they're going to be tough tonight. This is a good Cokeville Panthers team. Coach Bill Thompson's been around just about as long as Coach Cindy Stewart. He's an excellent coach, knows what he's doing, and they sound a lot alike as far as their philosophies, their strategies, and what they tell their team. So we'll hear from him in a bit. We'll hear from Coach Cindy Stewart as well this evening. Now, looking back at the history between these two teams, we'll touch on this some more in the Laketown Ledger. But real quick, going back to 2004, I've got the Rebels and the Panthers meeting 12 times. Rebels have dominated 10-2. 10 wins, 2 losses in those 12 matches against Cokeville. Again, going back to the 2004 season in my records. Stay tuned. That's your Pugstone Sporting Green scene. We've got some fans here, the Rebel student section, a lot of Rebel football team players and some others over across the way. Rebel fans to my left, Cokeville fans to my right here on the same side of the bleachers, and I expect some more fans will filter in as we get set for this varsity match coming up in about 10 minutes. We'll take a quick break. We'll hear from the coaches when we return. This has been your Pugstone Sporting Goods Green Scene, your Bear Lake All Sporting Goods shop. Coming up, we'll have the Comprehensive Family Dental Dr. Sean Grohl Coaches Show, and we'll hear from Bill Thompson and Cindy Stewart when we return on the Town of Randolph pregame show right here on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
It doesn't matter what season you visit Bear Lake. Make sure you always stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods. You'll find lots of great quality inventory at low prices, including guns and ammo. During the winter, you can rent cross-country skis, snowshoes, and buy your ski passes to Beaver Mountain. Pugstones is always the best place to get information about the area and purchase your hunting or fishing licenses. Everything you need with one stop at Hugstone Sporting Goods at the four-way stop in Garden City.
When it comes to parts and service, don't rely on anyone other than the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. The professional mechanics and parts department team have the experience to help you with whatever you need. When you need to add a winch, get an extra belt or spark plugs, winterize, repair or replace tires, or have a rebuild, they can help. Whatever you need, gift ideas, parts, accessories, or a great mechanic, you'll find it all at Cash Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91.
Welcome to the Coach Cindy Stewart Coaches Show, brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. Dr. Sean Grohl, providing quality family dentistry since 1998. It's the Rebels and the Panthers here tonight in Cokeville, a non-region game for both. It's a border battle, and we'll visit with Coach Bill Thompson of the Panthers when we return on the Tanner Randolph pregame show on Rich Rebel Volleyball and the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. When you have dental care done, you let the dentist and the hygienists into your personal space. It's important that you and your family trust that your dentist will provide professional care in a comfortable atmosphere. Comprehensive Family Dental is a family-owned and operated business that understands how important this trust is. 2 locations make it convenient for you and your family when scheduling appointments. When it comes to your dental work, expect the best. Call Comprehensive Family Dental today at 435-793-2210.
It's the September Sell-a-thon going on now at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. The time to buy is now. How about over $12,000 off a 2017 Silverado, or 0% financing for 72 months, or up to $3,500 in customer cash? Receive up to 20% off select models at the guaranteed lowest prices. It's the September Sell-a-thon going on now at Auto Farm Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Ryan STEINECKERT with Bill Thompson, head coach of the Cokeville Panthers. And, Coach, thanks for your time today.
Oh, no problem at all. It's always exciting.
You guys last year finished second at state. You just missed what would have been a 22nd state title?
Yeah, it was actually kind of a surprise for us because we struggled all season long. But right there at the state tournament, we ended up playing real well. And I was kind of pleased with where we, even though we didn't win it, I was still excited where we placed at. So,
who do you bring back from that year's team that has good varsity experience?
All of them. So, yeah, I'm excited for it. And they've worked hard, too. So, but it should be a fun match tonight because I know Cindy's got 6 seniors, too. So, seniors against seniors.
Seniors against seniors and all under 6-footers against all under 6-footers.
Yeah, that's right. Like I said, I don't even know what a 6-footer looks like. If they're 6 foot, I'll probably turn them into a libero or something like that. Don't know what to do with them.
Coach, so far this year, obviously that Cokeville tournament was the start of the season. I noticed on there that you'd beat Green River in pool play and then turned around the next day, lost them. Can you tell me about the details of those matches?
The first match, I think we caught them. Our blocking did a great job of shutting down their outside hitters and their middle. Our defense was really good. The next day we played them, and our blocking wasn't there, and we got frustrated with ourselves, and lots of missed serves. I think we had in that match alone something like 16 missed serves, and you can't win matches like that, especially when they go 5.
And Green River ended up winning the tournament, so that was a good team you beat.
Yeah, it was a good team. It was a good tournament. They actually beat some other good teams. We did pull off a victory over Alta for the first time in about 15 years. We finally beat Alta, so it was good for us. And then last week we went to a Highland tournament and played some other big, and we did okay over there.
I noticed that over in Pocatello, right? You beat Pocatello and some others?
Yeah, we beat Pocatello. We should have beaten a couple of other teams, but once again, our serving broke down, our passing broke down, and when you can't serve and pass, you're not going to win a lot of ball games.
You sound like Coach Stewart. It's a serve-receive ball game.
Yeah, it is, and we have basically the same philosophy. That's what makes this a fun match because she thinks the same way I think, and we have kind of the same philosophies about serve and serve-receive.
What do you do well outside of serve-receive when those are working? What else do you do well?
Actually, our defense, I'm hoping that we've been working hard on that one, and we're getting the ball up. If we can keep the ball up consistently, I think we'll have a pretty good chance of maybe beating Rich this time.
I know with Rich not having that height, there's a lot of hustle, there's a lot of scrappiness. The same thing from you guys?
Yeah, with small kids, you got to rely on your defense, so we have to do that.
With this match against Rich, a couple weeks ago, I was talking, Rich played Westside in football, and their coach kind of uses that a measuring stick. Is there something like that for you when you play Rich? If you beat him, you know you're going to have a good year or anything like that?
You know, it used to in the past, but I've learned now that if we play well against Rich, I'm excited because they've actually had our number for the last 3 or 4 years like that. But yeah, our goal is to beat Rich, but But we do have some injuries that I'm playing one of our starters. She's only going to play back row, and she's a key figure on the front row. And so we got to have her for we start our conference games next week, and so we'll see what happens.
Are you familiar at all with what Rich does specifically, the individuals they have on the court this year?
Their outside hitters are really good, and so we're hoping that our block, because we are a little bit taller than they, not much, maybe about a half inch, but I think our block should be able, if we can shut down their outside hitters, we'll be fine.
Coach, anything else we should touch on?
No, I think it's going to be a fun match. I know our football team will be here. They get excited, and I'm pretty sure the Rich football team will probably come over. So it's going to be a wild night.
Have a good crowd and hope for a good match. Coach Bill Thompson, thanks so much for your time. Good luck tonight against Rich.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach Thompson. This is the Cindy Stewart Coaches Show, brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. Dr. Sean Grohl, providing quality family dentistry since 1998. We've got Coach Cindy Stewart coming up when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. The Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming offers a family dinosaur dig and vacation package that includes digging for fossils at the Wyoming Dinosaur Center, sack lunches, tours of the museum, and lovely clean rooms for a comfortable night's stay. With 3 restaurants to choose from, you and your family will have fun, eat well, and rest easy. Schedule your family dinosaur dig at the Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming today. Call 866-657-1604.
Founded in 1997, the Mountain Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho serves Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming and is proud to sponsor the students and staff at Rich High School. The Mountain Valley Cattle Company is established on the foundation of hard work, commitment, and perseverance, knowing that every individual on the team must give their best for the team to succeed. The same principles that students and athletes at Rich High School are learning today that will help them lead tomorrow. The Mountain Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614. Ryan Steineckert with Coach Cindy Stewart of the Rich Rebels. Coach, good week last week down in Uinta Basin, 3-0 in all 3 of those matches.
Yes, it was a good run for us. It's hard to go out there sometimes in the past 10 or 15 years because they haven't been hardly worth the gas. You know, that's terrible to say. But they've all really improved, and they rally with us. And even though we beat them 3-0, they were good. It was good for us. We did some good things.
I was real impressed by the way you served at Tabiona Thursday night. I think 13 or 15 aces in the match.
Yeah, Talisha had 8, I think, alone. She had 18 points. And I think whoever got back there, that coach, Tangi, was real disappointed in how they played because she thought they were better than that. And I said, you know, we just serve so well. That's our first attack. So if we're serving well, that's going to dictate your whole game. So she was a little disappointed, but we served well, played well, and it was a fun match.
Yeah, she told me that she felt like her team this year was good at serve receive. That was one of their strengths, and they struggled with that.
Well, when you got Savannah, Talisha, Amber, Julia, Risha, we got great servers.
How did the matches go? Tell me more about against Duchesne and Manila on Friday.
Duchesne, we started out really strong and had them down 13-1, and they came back, and I think they tied it up at 16. And they could rally with us. They were tall. They could block. They had struggles serve receiving too. Savannah had 24 points, I think, with half a dozen, about 8 aces, and Kiara served well. Julia had like 15 points in that match. So we got most of our points off of serves because they didn't pass well. And then Julia had like 17 kills with 1 error. So Amber dug a gazillion balls. She's a little digging machine back there. And so even though they rallied with us when we beat them in 3, they made a run at us and made us straighten up and do things right.
How good of an opponent was Duchesne for you guys as far as just learning to improve, hitting against the block, and some of the things you struggle with?
That would be what they brought to us. Julia hit well around them. Savannah and Talisha both struggled there. So they did really well this summer at Utah State, learning to see the block and hit high hands. But that little block took care of them pretty good. And so, but again, we're going to see that block all the time, and that's what we've been focusing on. Every time they hit, I say, did you see the block? Did you see the block? I want them to see how to hit around the block or hit high hands, and so that's just something we have to really work on.
Your opponents this week are non-region. You've got Cokeville at Cokeville on Thursday night, and then Westside coming here Saturday.
Yep, Cokeville will be a good match. It'll just be a great match. Neither one of us are going to own the court at all because it's at Cokeville, and so they always give us a great match. It's a good rival, so it should be fun. And our kids usually come over, our boys, so it'll be fun.
They seem to me, I mean, if you can make the comparison, they're the Rich Rebels of Wyoming 1A, right? I mean, they've won a lot of state championships. They've been very good long time.
Oh, for sure. They are very, very competitive with us. It's always a good match. They're kind of like us. They're not really big. They're all just small and scrappy. And I noticed they had a pretty good block at the Cokeville tournament. They were blocking a lot of balls. It might have just been the one match I was watching, but I suspect it'll be a great match, and they just play just like us. They're very good serve receivers and serve tough.
Do you know anything about the Westside Pirates? And I know they've got a new coach this year, but you beat them pretty easily last year.
No, that's all I know is that they have a new coach, and usually that takes a year or two to get yours going like you want. So, but they've always been competitive. Not like somebody we could just roll over. So they'll be competitive, and it'll be fun. It'll be a fun match, and hopefully it's a Saturday game. It's hard to draw on a Saturday afternoon, so hopefully everybody will try to find time to come out.
Anything else you want to touch on, Coach?
No, our freshmen play the School for the Deaf and Blind on Friday because they're in our region, but our freshmen are going to play them. And then our freshmen are also going to a freshman tournament in Evanston. That'll be fun for them on Saturday. And so we got a lot of volleyball this week.
Coach Cindy Stewart of the Rebels, thanks so much for your time. Good luck this week.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Coach Stewart. The Coach's Show is brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. Dr. Sean Grohl, providing quality family dentistry since 1998. You've been tuned into the Town of Randolph pregame show. Pregame show on Rich Rebel Volleyball, and we got to jump right ahead to the starting lineups brought to you by the Randolph Country Store. We may be small, but we've got it all for the visiting Rich Lady Rebels. Julia Hopkins, senior. Also senior Kiara Grohl, Talisha Larson, Savannah Peart, Risha Larson, and sophomore Sydney Hatch. And the other Rebel senior is Amberly Smith, who will come in as libero, or who plays libero. So she's also one of the starters for the Rich Lady Rebels. As for the Cokeville Panthers, again, starting lineups are brought to you by the Randolph Country Store. We may be small, but we've got it all. Senior Casey Linford, a senior at number 5, Janetta Teichert. Sophomore number 6, Camille Nate. Senior number 8, Allie McKinnon. Senior number 9, Lexi Brown. Senior number 12, Cassidy King. And libero is senior number 14, Caitlin Peterson. A lot of seniors on both teams. Not a lot of height on either team. Cassidy King listed at 5'10", Camille Nate at 5'9". And we'll also see outside hitter as Emma Teichert. Coach Thompson mentioned an injury, and that is Janetta Teichert. She'll be playing mostly on the back row. When she gets around in the rotation, Emma will check into the game. That's your starting lineups brought to you by the Randolph Country Store. We may be small, but we've got it all. Let's jump in and look at real quickly, the Laketown Ledger brought to you by the Town of Laketown. Good luck, Rebels, from the Mayor and Town Council of Laketown. I've got records going back to 2004 for this matchup between Rich and Cokeville. In that span, the Rebels are 10-2. Rich has won 3 consecutive matches. They lost in 2013, 3-1. They'd won 4 before that, lost in 2010, 3-1. So going back again to 2004, the Rebels won 4 straight, lost, won 4 straight, lost, won 3 straight. If the trend continues, the Rebels would win here tonight. And we'll see how that goes. Rich and Cokeville. Again, Rebels coming off a state championship a year ago. The Cokeville Panthers, the runners-up last year in Wyoming 1A volleyball. They've got 21 state titles. And that's your Town of Laketown Ledger. Good luck, Rebels, from the Mayor and Town Council of Laketown. Here's your beginning serve brought to you by the station in Randolph. It's long. The Rebels judge it well. Let it go. It's a service error. And Rich leads 1-0 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Again, that beginning serve is brought to you by the station in Randolph. Our pregame show was presented by the Town of Randolph. Serve by Savannah Peart. The Panthers set it up, hit it high and outside, and hit it too long and outside. Again, the Rebels let that one go. Good judgment, and it's a point for Rich, leading 2-0. Peart set to serve again. Back row, passed up high toward the front. Set high in the middle, slap to the back row. Amber Lee receives. Good pass up front. Set. Hopkins cracks it through the block. It's deflected to the floor, and Rich is on top 3-0 after our first Bear Lake Realty kill for the Rich Rebels. Brought to you by Gary and Amber McKee in Garden City. Peart again serving. Maybe tough to tell the difference between these two, as the Rebels are in all black, the Panthers are in all black. The only difference, the color on the numbers. Rebels able to serve, or they dig and attack by the Panthers. Set it up. Hopkins hits, deflected long, out of bounds. It's 4-0 Rebels. Both teams in long sleeves, black shorts. Rebels serving left to right if you're watching online at mylocalradio.com. Serve receive out at the bench. They keep it alive and bump it over. What a save by the Panthers. Set up left side. Hopkins tips it. Good touch attack. Dug up and bumped high and bumped over by Cokeville. Peart left side. They set it up. Hopkins hits it hard down cross court. and drops it in on the line. What great placement, had good power on it as well. And the Rebels lead 5-0 to start this match on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Again, our beginning serve was brought to you by the station in Randolph. This first set by Rolene Kennedy, and it's a service error. That one just short. Trampolines into the net and back out. Serving for the Panthers, I believe that was Emma Teichert. Rebels receive, set it up. Hopkin hits. It's deflected, booted back to the back line. Lexi Brown got a foot on it, but nobody else could control it after that. It's like she was shooting a goal to her own bench, and it's 6-1. Another Bear Lake Realty kill for Julia Hopkin. Talisha Larson serves a knuckleball down the line. Teichert bumps it high. Set, hit across court, dug by Risha. Nice hit by Brown, or Brown the setter rather. She sets it up as the Rebels just touched attack, and Brown with a dump attack drops it into the donut hole, and it's 6-2. Nice little dump by Lexi Brown, the 5'7" senior. Checking in is Cassidy King up on the front row. She's the tallest player on this Cokeville team, listed at 5'10". Amber, nice pass up front on the serve receive, set left side. Hopkin hits, deflected and bumped high by the libero, Caitlin Peterson. Brown sets left side, hit, deflected by the Rebel block, pancake dig. Hopkin, no, she didn't get underneath it. And a nice attack. When the Panthers get the good serve receive, they can come up with some nice attacks. This is a good team. They've got a big student section, a bunch of the Panther football players dressed up in bright Hunter orange, Cokeville orange as well. Set for Hatch, hit to the back corner, and Sydney Hatch with the Bear Lake Realty kill. Great attack by Sydney. She's just getting better and better with each match. Kiara Grohl set to serve. Left to right if you're watching online at mylocalradio.com. Brown sets left side, and a big hit by Janae Teichert. The 5'7" junior smashes it down. Rebels can't dig it up. It was dug but not controlled. And the side out goes to the Panthers. And back to serve, I believe this is Camille Nate. I'll have to double check that. Tough to see the number as she's facing away from me. Rebels set it up. Hopkin hits, blocked. She digs it back up. Bumped high, and then Hopkin bumps it over. Brown sets it up in the middle. Pushed attack, and Rebels can't quite dig that up. Again, it was Cassidy King this time with the touch attack, and it's 7-5. Rebels were on top 5-0. Panthers have outscored Rich 5-2 since that point. Serve. Peart, good pass. Kiera sets high and outside. Hopkin comes in, hits it hard, blocked right back, but Smith is there to dig it up. Rich pushes it across. Brown sets left side, hit into the net, blocked by the nylon. Janae Teichert could just misfired. It's a hitting error, and Rich gets the side out and gets back up. Back up by 3, 8-5 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Julia Hopkins serves to the back line. Brown passes left side, hit cross court, just out of bounds. Janae Teichert. She was fading to her left, hit it back to her right, and just missed wide. Rebels serve, it's off the top of the net, clips it, rolls over the top and drops. Brown dove, couldn't get underneath it. And it's 10-5. Rebels back on a bit of a run, 3-0. Libero receives the serve, and Peterson can't control it. It's a shanked receive. It's a service ace brought to you by Circle H Land and Cattle Company by Julia Hopkin. Hopkins serves again and drops it in on the line. On the back row, the Panthers ducked to get out of the way, misjudged it. That's 2 Circle H Land and Cattle Company aces in a row for Julia Hopkin, and the Rebels are on top 12-5 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Timeout on the court. We'll take 1-2 and be right back.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Amber Smith, and you're tuned in to Rich High School Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, and online at mylocalradio.com.
Rolene Kennedy of Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston is your Rich County representative. The mother of 5 Rich High graduates and grandmother of 3 more graduates in the making, Rolene is here for you. She's a recipient of GM's highest salesman honor, the Mark of Excellence Award winner, meaning she provides you with the best customer service in the industry. The next time you're looking for a car or truck, think Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, your Rich County representative.
Go Reds!
coming out of the timeout. The Panthers get a side out, not necessarily the way that Coach Thompson drew it up. It's a service error. Rebels receive, set for Peart. She hits and she's stuffed. Rebels dig it, set it up. Peart again stuffed, this time out of bounds. No, it was on the line, and that's a block. That was one thing that Coach Thompson told me about his team, and one of the ways they were able to beat Green River, 4A Wyoming's Green River earlier this year, was a big block. We've seen that already early in this match. Rebels set it up in the middle this time. Hatch hits long. Didn't get the fingertips she was hoping for, and it's 12-8 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And Rich jumped out to a 5-0 lead. Panthers went on a run, and the Rebels went on a bit of a run. Serve receive, Peart. Kiera tips it, or sets it left side. It's hit, blocked, dug, and hit by King. Rebels dig it again. Set left side, Peart slaps it to the back row. Bumped high in the air by Teichert. Brown sets, King in the middle, hits back row. Smith passes, Kiera dump set to the back corner, just wide out of bounds. And it's 12-9 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels have had a couple of 5-0 runs, but the Panthers are still right in it. 12-9. Rich on top. Peart set high and outside. Hits it hard. It's up into the rafters, deflected over the net. Nice awareness by Hatch to keep playing that, even though it went off the rafters, deflected into the Rebel side of the court. That's an automatic point to Rich. Now, if it hits the rafters, drops back down on Panthers side, they can continue to play it. Smith serves. Not a great serve receive. Set left side, hit, and hit out of bounds. Out wide of the antenna. The set was way outside, and it's 14-9. Rebels with a lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard in this set one, brought to you by Rolling Kennedy. Smith serves down the line. Bumped high, set left side, hit back row. Smith pass up front. Kiera dump set again to the back corner. Dug by Teichert, pushed up front. Set into the middle. King hits, blocked out of bounds by the Rebels. And it's 14-9. Make that 14-10 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Keep looking for our for Bear Lake Realty kills, for Circle H Land Cattle Company aces, and for Epic Recreation blocks of the game. Serving, I believe that was Allie McKinnon. The Rebels misplay it. It's out of bounds, 14-11. A service ace for the Panthers. That's their first of the match. Rebels have a couple by Julia Hopkin. Service error. Give one, take one away. 15-11. Rebels have a good eye, great awareness to let that one go. Risha Larson serves down the line, bumped high. Good pass. Camille Nate sets, right side hit. Rebels dig it up. Hopkin, they keep it alive, but then push to the ground. The dig went up, and then Rich bumped it quickly up top. Then it was at the net, and Casey Linford just smacked it down. That was a candidate for your J-Bar excavation dig of the game by Julia Hopkin. Rebels able to set it up. Talisha hits, but it was deflected, and Rich will get the point. The hit was long, but she did what Coach Stewart has talked to me so many times about, which is hit for the fingertips, hit high on the hands, get that deflection, and knock it out. Bear Lake Realty kill for Talisha Larson. Serve by Peart. Bump to the back line. Not a good pass. Bump over. Smith up front, the pass. Kiera, nice set in the middle. Talisha hits. It's blocked. Tipped off the top of the net. Back to the Rebels. Kiera sets left side. This time for Hopkin, but it's outside, and she just has to back up and bump it over. Brown, back set, right side. Hit. Dug by Risha. Kiera bumps it, and Hopkin bumps it over. Rebels keep it alive. That was a good strong bump by Hopkin, down low and a lot of rotation on it. Smacked across the net. Dig by Peart. Rebels set it up in the middle. Talisha hits. Dug to the sideline by Teichert. That was Janae Teichert. And the Rebels win that long rally, 17-12. If I ever have a doubt of who's on the court for Cokeville, I can just say Teichert. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 Teicherts on the varsity squad. Set right side. Rebels stuff it. An epic recreation block of the game by Julia. Nope, that was Talisha Larson on the block. She got up high for that stuff, and it's 18-12. Rich with the lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Strong serve by Peart. Pass way up high. Brown dump sets it. Talisha slips it back over the top, and Cokeville plays. Rebels get the dig on the back line. Kiera goes to the back line. Bumped over by Hopkin. set again to the back lines and hit cross court out of bounds. Good eyes by the Rebels. Emma Teichert hit wide this time, and it's 19-12. Rich on top. Rebel freshman team 1-2. The JV 1-2 as well. And one of those JV players running my camera tonight is Taya Peterson. Rebels serve long. 19-13 on the third service error of this first set. Brought to you by Rolene Kennedy, Rich County's representative at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Teichert, that's Emma, serves. Rebels serve, receive, shanked off to the side. 19-14 as Cokeville tries to paw their way back into this thing. Rebels on top by 5 in this first set. Served by Teichert again. Smith gets off a better pass this time, but Kiara still has to go a ways to get to it, and Rich bumps it over. Great bump attack by Hopkins. She just line drives it down the line, and the Panthers dig it out of bounds to their own student section. 20-14, a Bear Lake Realty kill with a bump by Julia Hopkins. Talisha Larson serves left to right on mylocalradio.com and can't quite clear the net. 2 service errors in a row on Rebel serves, and it's 20-15 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich with the lead. Scoreboard hasn't updated yet, but I'm pretty sure it should be 20-15, and we'll trade service errors. 21-15. Both teams, that was something that Coach Thompson told me his team's got to be good at, or else they're going to have trouble today. Brown sets it up in the middle. King hits hard. Deflected. Smith dives, but can't keep it alive. 21-16. And Cassidy King, that was a quick set. That was something that Rebels don't see much against the Tabionas and Manilas, is the different sets, different attacks. Smith passes up front. Good pass this time. Rich sets it up. Hopkins hits. Blocked. Dug by Hatch, but under the net on the next touch. And it's 21-17. Nice big hit by Janae Teichert. There's also Emma Teichert, Janetta Teichert, Leona Teichert. Good serve receive. Set up in the middle. And Hatch with the touch attack into the donut hole. 22-17. Bear Lake Realty kill for Sydney Hatch. And the Rebels lead 22-17. Julia Hopkins serving. She served a couple of aces earlier in this set. Gets off a good serve. Set up in the middle. Hit and through the block. Nice attack by the junior Janae Teichert. 22-18. Quick side out for the Panthers. Emma Teichert checks in. Up front, she's there with Cassidy King, and Lexi Brown. Diving serve received by Smith. Rich gets a good pass set. Peart hits, deflected and kept in the air. Brown sets left side. Teichert hits, dug high toward the ceiling. Rebels able to keep it alive, and Hopkins bumps it over. Libero Peterson passes up front. Good pass. Brown sets, hit, blocked by the net. Fourth hit, nope. They're going to say the Rebels blocked it. Epic Recreation block of the game. Bumped and bumped over. Good pass by Smith. Kiera sets left side. Peart hits, a little too high. The block didn't really get up as high as she thought it would, and it's 22-19. Panthers within 3 in this first set, brought to you by Rolene Kennedy. Serving, Janae Teichert. Laser serve. Rebels receive it nicely. Set, hit by Hatch. It's blocked back to her. She can't play it, though. She had blocked it and turned to keep from going across the line, and it's 22-20. Rebels need a good serve receive. Teichert, boy, strong serve. Peart with a good pass up front. Grohl sets left side for Savannah. Hit, cross court, perfect spot. Drops it in there, 23-20. Bear Lake Realty kill for Savannah Peart. And again, I say it just about probably every set. The placement from Peart, perfect. 23-20. Rebels need a couple more points to win this first set. Amber Smith serves, back line. Peterson passes up front, set left side. Hit just over the net. Diving dig effort by Kiera, but she can't control it. It goes under the net, and it's 23-21. Tigers within 1. In and back to serve. Allie McKinnon, the senior. Defensive specialist. Pink and black shoes, serves. Hopkins, perfect pass up front. Kiera, left side. Peart hits, blocked on the line, right over the head of Savannah. And there's that big block Coach Thompson talked about. It's keeping the Panthers in this, or at least close. 23-20. Rebels with the lead. Serve, Smith. Passes up front. Kiera bumps it over her head, and Peart bumps it over. Pass up front. Lexi Brown dump set into the donut hole. Rebels couldn't get underneath it. We're tied at 23 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And Coach Cindy Stewart will take a timeout. We'll take 1-2 on the Wildlife and localradio.com. Rebels and Panthers tied at 53.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Julia Hopkin. Thanks for tuning in to Rich High School Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3 and online at mylocalradio.com.
They really appreciate every customer at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. They understand that you have lots of options when it comes to purchasing outdoor recreation vehicles. That's why they work hard to earn your business by making sure they understand exactly what you want. They're friends with their customers. When you're happy, they're happy. If you haven't been to their store, they invite you to come visit. And if you've already one of their friends, stop in again soon and check out all of this season's gear. Cash Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on US 91.
Coming out of the timeout, Rebels get a good pass, set it up for Talisha, blocked, but Reach keeps it in the air. Slapped over. Panthers set up, left side, dug by the Rebels, but into the net is one of the Rebels. And it's a point for the Panthers. They have set point. After Rich led as much as 22-17, the Panthers have come roaring back. And another timeout on the court. We'll take 1-2. Panthers with set point, 24-23 in the first set.
This is Rich Rebel Senior, Kara Grohl. Thanks for tuning in to Rich High School Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, and online at mylocalradio.com.
It's the September Sell-a-thon going on now at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. The time to buy is now. How about over $12,000 off a 2017 Silverado, or 0% financing for 72 months, or up to $3,500 in customer cash? Receive up to 20% off select models at the guaranteed lowest prices. It's the September Sell-a-thon going on now at Auto Farm Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Well, just about the quickest timeouts we've seen all season so far. We go back and forth. Rebels get a nice dig from Julia. Bumped and slapped over by Talisha. Set up high. Brown dump set. Rebels are there. Peart passes. Kiara sets left side. Talisha hits again. Deflected and dug up by Teichert to the front row. Brown in the middle. Pushed over. And Hopkin, good pass. Kiara sets a back set. Peart touches it down the line. And it's on the corner. It was a diving dig out of bounds. We're tied at 24. That was a nice long rally on set point. Rebels get the better of the Panthers on that particular point. We're tied at 24. Risha Larson to serve, but a timeout first. We're going to keep it right here this time. Those timeouts have been so short. I don't have time to take another quick break here. We'll keep it right here on this first set, brought to you by Rolene Kennedy, Rich County's representative at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We've had a couple candidates for the Epic Recreation block of the game. Make your vacation an epic one to remember. Rentals in Bear Lake. Visit epicrecreation.com or epicrecreation.net, or find us on Facebook. Talisha Larson has the top candidate for that Epic Recreation block. It's Risha Larson serving, and she serves long, out of bounds. A service error gives Cokeville the set point. That's I think the fourth or fifth service error by the Rebels. Serving, Lexi Brown. Rebels receive nicely. Set it up for Talisha. Hit, blocked. It's on the floor, and the Rebels answer with a quick Bear Lake Realty kill from Talisha Larson. Now Savannah Peart will drop back and serve. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 errors so far in this first set. The service by Rich. Peart just clears the net. Good pass, set, left side, hit into the net, and the Rebels have a set point, leading 26-25 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Hitting error from the Panthers, and Savannah Peart will serve. Back row, it's shanked backwards, bumped and kept in the air, and bumped over. Peart passes up front. Kiera sets left side, high and outside for Hopkin. Hit, deflected and kept in the air, bumped up high near the net. Rebels tip it back. It's bumped backwards by the Panthers. They keep it alive and slap it over. Peart passes up front. Kiera in the middle for Talisha. Hit, deflected, bumped high. Again, they should get a good attack here. High left side, hit down the line. Nice roll attack. Diving dig by Peart. by Smith, and the Rebels slap it across. Epic Recreation, or J-Bar Excavation dig of the game candidate there by Smith. Rebels set it up. Hopkins hits, blocked. She slaps it through the block, drills it through, and the Rebels win 27-25 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. A thrilling first set brought to you by Rolene Kennedy, Rich County's representative at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. The Rebels win 27-25 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Risha Larson, and you're tuned in to Rich High School Volleyball action on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, and online at mylocalradio.com.
Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extreme, extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the town of Randolph.
Your vehicle represents one of the major investments you'll make in your lifetime. If you have an accident, large or small, take care of your investment with a professional team that understands the value of your vehicle. T-Bar-S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston has been repairing and restoring vehicles to just like new condition for over 7 years. Don't trust your investment to just anyone. Let T-Bar fix your car. T-Bar-S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston. Stop in today for a free estimate. 515 County Road.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. The Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming has teamed up with the Riverton Golf and Country Club to bring you great golf getaway packages for the whole family. Come for a couple of days, golf, eat, relax, tour the Wind River Indian Reservation, and enjoy the Native American tribal dancers. Pet rooms are available so you can bring the whole family and stay. Call today the Wind River Hotel and Casino, where families play, stay, win. 866-657-1604.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com, you're looking for and knows how to find it for you. And it's important to know all of your options. That's why it's smart to work with the best. Gary McKee and the agents at Bear Lake Realty in Garden City, Utah, helping folks buy and sell real estate for over 25 years. When you work with Bear Lake Realty, you're worth the best. Visit BearLakeRealty.com today. Welcome back. Both teams decided to get back out on these teams. Content. Coaches don't have a lot to say to their teams during timeouts, and during the breaks, they're just going right back to it. So, Rebels set it up, hit, blocked, keep it alive, pushed across by Peart. Sent up by Brown to the high and outside to the up official that got her in the noggin, and it's 4-3. Rebels were up 4-1, but the Panthers have clawed back in. Set to serve, Casey Linford. No, excuse me, that's Emma Teichert. Peart, nice pass up front. Kiera, jump set. Hopkins crushes it down the line. A Bear Lake Realty kill makes it 5-3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Set up and hit. Rebels dig. Smith. Kiera pushes it to the back corner. Set up and hit. Big hit by Janae Teichert. And it's 5-4. We have some substitutions for both teams. McKenna Stacy in on the front row. And Cassidy King in on the front row for the Panthers. Caitlin Peterson serving. Left to right if you're watching online at mylocalradio.com. Smith receives an overpass. Peterson digs it. Set up on the left side and hit into the net. It bounces back out and the Rebels bump it over. Brown sets in the middle. King hits long. Did the Rebels deflect it? They did not. Hit out of bounds. Rich leads 6-4 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Second set brought to you by the Town of Woodruff. Mayor Bo Holman, council members Hugh Holman, Audrey Jessen, Raymond Franson, Millie Bradshaw, and clerk Lisa Bell. Hopkins serves. It's set up high and outside. Rebels dig. Kiera left side for Peart. Touched attack across. Diving dig by Brown. Set up, hit into the middle. Rebels block it, but into the net. Attempting to get to it. Janae Teichert couldn't avoid crossing the line, and it's 7-4 Rebels. on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Julia Hopkins serves to the back line. Last second decision to keep it alive was Teichert. Set left side and hit by Janae Teichert. Diving dig by Smith. Great pass, hit by Peart and dug up over the net, overpass, and Sydney Hatch goes up and just cracks it down. Nice attack by Hatch, but I believe they'll say she was in the net or across the line. It's 7-5. Point does go to Cokeville, and they take the serve. Back. Orange numbers with white outlines makes those, especially on the front, just blend together. Rebels put together a nice attack. Diving dig effort not going to do it for the 8-5. Rebels with the lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Aaron Smith hands the ball to sister Amber Lee, gives her a pat on the shoulder, says, let's make it. She gives a nice serve, set on the back line, punched across to the back corner, lot by Janae Teichert. Rebels thought it would be out. They let it go, and it drops in. That was a red, white, and blue ball corner pocket attack by Janae Teichert, who now serves. Smith, great pass up front. Kiara left side. Peart hits, deflected and kept in the air. Bumped high by Emma Teichert. Set up left side for Emma. She hits, it's deflected, and Smith digs it. Kiara left side. Here comes Peart coming in hot. Hit, blocked, and stuffed to the floor. 8-7. Rebel lead is down to 1. It was as much as 3. They've led 4-1 and 7-4 and 8-5. A couple 3-point leads, but no more. Hopkins bumps it. Peart push attack into the middle. Peterson bumps it high in the air. Set up for King in the middle. Hit, deflected. Kiera bumps, and Peart then bumps. Smith attacks from the back line. Good hit. Dump set by Brown. Hopkins tips it in the air, but couldn't quite tip it high enough. Rebels couldn't get underneath it. We're tied at 8 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Serving. Janae Teichert from the middle, left to right at mylocalradio.com. Rebels shank it backwards, and the Panthers have their first lead of set number 2. 9-8 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Service ace for Janae Teichert. Smith passes, great pass up front. Kiera sets left side. Peart hits down the line, dug by Nate, but the dig out of bounds. And the Rebels tie it back up at 9 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Risha Larson checks in and drops back to serve for Rich. Risha's serve to the back corner. Peterson bumps it high on the back line. Bumped up front. Nice bump, but miss. A swing and a miss. Strike 1 for Emma Teichert. Unfortunately for the Panthers in volleyball, you only get 1 strike on an attack. And Rich leads 10-9 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Risha serves again. And this time just long. Whew, that was close. From my vantage point, that looked in, but the official with a much better vantage point says, no, sir, that one is out. A service error. First of this second set, I believe, by the Rebels. Smith receives. Kiera in the middle. Talisha hits to the back line. Bumped by Nate. Set up and a dump set by Brown. Risha sets left side. Peart touch attack down the net. Teichert is there for the dig. They set it up left side, and it's hit by Teichert into the net. The Rebels keep it alive, but they had to lift it. Had to push it up to keep it alive, and it won't count. Peart receives. Kiera back set. Peart bumps over. Nate bumps up front. Brown sets in the middle. Hit, and Smith digs. Linford with the hit. Rebels push it to the back corner, and a great effort by Teichert to get there. Slapped across. Smith digs it up. Nice pass up front for Kiera. Her set is up too close to the net. Peart can't hit it over. And it's 12-10. A set error there. Service just clears the net. Diving dig by Hopkins. Peart hits into the block, and it's 13-10. Rebels might need a timeout here as the Panthers have scored 4 straight. Maybe just if the Rebels can gather themselves a bit. Serve is long, and the Rebels, good eye, they let it go. Service error. Gives the Rebels the point and the side out. And Pam Cornea, I hope that you'll just stop with the voice text. You've got me more confused than ever with your voice texting and even the response to my last question. Smith passes up front. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin hits. It's blocked down the net. And the Rebels with a Bear Lake Realty kill make it 13-12 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich down 1. Rebels took the first set in a tight one, 27-25 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Peart serves a laser. Bumped high to the outside, bumped into the middle. Nice bump, but again, a swing and a miss from Emma Teichert, the sophomore. It's not your traditional set when it's coming in from the outside on a bump with a lot of spin. Peart serves again. Bumped high into the rafters, deflects down. Cokeville keeps it alive and bumps it over. Smith, great pass up front. Easy set for Kiera. Hopkin hits, deflected in the air and bumped up by Teichert. Back set, right side, pushed across. Talicia's there. Kiera with the dump set. Panthers dig it up, set it up, hit, and the Rebels dig. Kiera sets into the middle this time. Talicia hits, blocked. Hopkin digs. Kiera sets into the middle again. Talicia to the donut hole, and the Panthers dig. Set it up in the middle, hit back row. Smith with a nice dig. Kiera dump set, and it's dug again, this time by Allie McKinnon. Slapped across. Peart digs. Perfect pass up front. Kiera left side. Hopkin hits it. It's deflected out of the bounds in a long rally. Ends in a Bear Lake Realty kill from Julia Hopkin. And the Rebels back on top. That's a 4-0 Rebel run. We'll see if they can keep this thing going. Serve by Peart. Barely kept alive. Bumped and bumped over. Yeah, Peart will pass. Easy pass for Kiera. Set. Hopkin hits. Blocked high in the air. Slapped back down on the line. Yes, it was in there. And the 4-0 run ends right there. We're tied at 14 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Back to serve the setter, Lexi Brown. Strong serve. Smith passes. Kiera sets left side. And Hopkin again just hammers it into the block. It's deflected out of bounds. She read it so well, and the blockers aren't doing anything wrong. It's just Hopkin is hitting the outside wrist of the blocker, and then it just deflects out of bounds. There's nothing they can do about it when Julia gets that nice set. Rebels dig up a nice attack. Set for Hopkin. This time she hits high on the hands, and it's dropped to the floor. And Rich is on top 16-14. Boy, when the Rebels get that good pass and Kiera sets it up, Hopkin is deadly. Another Bear Lake Realty kill for Julia. Talicia serves, bumped way high in the air. Brown with a nice set in the middle. Hit blocked, stuffed by Julia Hopkin. 4 hits, no, it was blocked by the net. And it's 17-14. That was going to be an Epic Recreation block of the game, but instead we have a timeout. Rebels on top 17-14 on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Woodruff, Utah has a long pioneer history with a post office that has been in operation since 1872. Woodruff was named after Wilford Woodruff, the 4th president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and is home to the Woodruff Steakhouse, a former Latter-day Saint office building that is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Our rich pioneer heritage is reflected in all our students by their hard work and commitment to excellence in the classroom and in their sports.
Back at Cokeville, where the Rebels lead 1-0. We're in set number 2, brought to you by the town of Woodruff. And the Rebels are on top 17-14. They were down 13-10, but they've outscored the Panthers 7-1 since that point. And Rich has the serve. Talicia with a strong serve. Bumped high in the air, bumped high in the air, bumped high and over. Risha, great pass. Kiera sets left side, high and outside for Hopkin, who's stuffed. This time the block was there, and I got to think that was an adjustment from Coach Bill Thompson. And the 7-1 Rebel run comes to a close there. Service by Emma Teichert. Peart passes, nice job. And Hatch hits through the block. The power was enough. The placement was perfect. She just drilled it right between the blockers. And it's a Bear Lake Realty kill, resulting in an 18-15 Rebel lead. Well, this is a fun match. Brown goes a long way for the set. Hits, blocked, and bumped in the air. Stacy this time sets for Hopkin, who hits into the donut of the defense, and the dig goes into the net. Panthers can't recover. 19-15, the assist for McKenna Stacy. And the Rebels on top with a Bear Lake Realty kill from Julia Hopkin and Kiara Grohl serving. Boy, she shoots it hard. And the serve receive. The set is bumped into the bleachers to the top row. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows up here at Cokeville High School, and it's 20-15 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Serve again by Kiera. Receive is bumped in near the net. Brown trying to get to it, make something happen, hits it twice, a double hit, and it's 21-15. Kiera Grohl serving lasers, and the Rebels lead. Oh, they're going to say redo that one. We had a Rebel cross the line. We had a double hit on the Panthers, so Kiera will have to serve again, score back to 20-15 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Kiera serves cross court, set up by Brown, left side. Teichert hits hard cross court. Boy, and when Janae Teichert gets a nice set, she's as deadly as Julia Hopkin. 20-16, she crushed that thing in her placement. The Rebels just watching it go by. Caitlin Peterson, the libero, serves. It's a knuckleball. Peart gets off a decent pass. Hopkin hits, blocked out of bounds. Rebels with the Bear Lake Realty kill. And Hopkin earning her more than her fair share of points tonight. She's hitting hard, hitting well. 21-16, Rebels with a 5-point lead and a 1-0 lead in the match. Brown sets in the middle. King hits hard, deflected, and Hopkin digs. Peart bumps it to the back row, and Hopkin slaps it over. Peterson passes up front. Brown sets in the middle again for King. Hit to the back line. Hopkin tipped it. Peart. The Panthers 21-17. Serving is Camille Nate. Julia receives it, set up for a Peart. Hit, blocked, bumped, and bumped over, but an overpass and an easy play. Lexi Brown, 5'7" senior, goes up, and that's as sharp of an angle as we've seen tonight from either team. Brown just clapped it down to the... Nate serving again. 5'9" sophomore. Hopkin passes. Kiera back set, and Stacy hits. Stuffed. The block behind her, or the dig behind her wasn't there. And it's 21-19. Rebel lead is down to 2. This is about how we did the first set. Rebels had built a bit of a lead, 22-17, and the Panthers came roaring back. Smith passes high and outside. A little collision between Smith and Peart, and Savannah just has to bump it over. Set up in the middle. King hits. Stuffed! Sydney Hatch with the block. Epic Recreation block of the game. And the Rebels set a block and a kill in one. 2 birds with 1 stone. 22-19. Maybe Rich with the lead. Slapped across by Teichert. Rebels able to dig. Set. Talisha hits long. Out of bounds, 22-20. Panthers couldn't have got to it if they tried, and they didn't try because they saw immediately it was out of bounds. 22-20. Rebels on top by 2 in set 2. Rich took the first set, 27-25. Janae Teichert, very good serve. Rebels dig. Kiera's set is bumped, overpass, and Lexi Brown again takes advantage and she just taps it away from where the Rebel block was coming in. Down to the floor for the point. 22-21. Rebels up by 1. Teichert to serve again, and this time she misses. Too strong. 23-21 service error, just the second of the set for the Panthers. And just the 5th of the match. Risha Larson set to serve, but a timeout first on the court. We'll take 1-2 on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
We sell fun. Come see and feel the fun when you shop at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. You and your family will have fun year-round. In the water with personal watercraft, in nature driving your side-by-side or riding your four-wheeler, or in the mountains on your snow machine. It's always fun at Cash Honda Yamaha, no matter what the season is. Our showroom is full of inventory to choose from. Start having more fun today. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91. We sell fun.
Back in Cokeville, where the Rebels have a 1-0 lead in the match and a 23-21 lead in set 2. Larson serves. She goes long, Swing and a miss for Emma Teichert, and she's glad she missed on that one as it ends in a service error for Rich. 23-22. Panthers within 1. Some noise from the student section as Allie McKinnon serves into the net. 23, make it 24-22. Set point for the Rebels. That's 1, 2, 3 service errors. The Panthers. Savannah Pierce serves right to left on mylocalradio.com. Receives, set up, a back set for Brown. Pushed to the Rebel side. Hopkin digs. Kiara sets in the middle. Talisha pushes it across the net. Down the line, set up, or dug and set, hit, and Smith digs. Kiara sets left side. Hopkin hits. Cross court, just wide and out of bounds. And the Panthers stay alive. It's still set point for the Rebels, though. 24-23 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And Lexi Brown, senior setter, steps back to deliver the service. Running jump serve. Smith, great pass up front. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin hits, deflected high in the air. Brown digs it up. Nate sets left side. Hit and slapped, or deflected and dug by the Rebels. Set left side for Hopkin, who misfires a hitting error. Ties us up at 24 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Hopkin hit a bit too high on the ball. Into the net. Coach Stewart takes a timeout. And we will take one as well on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. We're tied at 24 in set 2.
Coverage of Rich High School sports is also being made possible by Delmas Equipment, repairing equipment for over 20 years, farming equipment assembly, and custom fabrication. The Thompson Ranch. Brian and Becky Thompson, promoting student learning and success in all areas. And Western Ag Credit, reliable credit for all things agriculture.
Tied at 24 in set 2, brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Rebels receive, set it up. Hopkin tips it into the defense. It's bumped back over on a lunging dig. Rebels set it up again. Larson taps it across, and the Panthers set it up. They get a big hit and a kill by Emma Teichert. And the Panthers lead 25-24 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Timeout, Rebels. Another timeout for the Rich Rebels, trailing 25-24 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Again, this second set is brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Mayor Bo Holman, council members Hugh Holman, Audrey Jessen, Raymond Franson, Millie Bradshaw, and clerk Lisa Bell. Apologies, we've had some choppy video the last minute or two. The internet here has been inconsistent. For a while it was really good, then it dropped off, then it was fine, and then it looks like we dropped off a bit there for a little while, but I think we're back and should be fairly good at this point. Rebels won the first set in a close one, 27-25. They trail the second set in a close one, 25-24 at set point for the Panthers, actually, with the lead. And serving is Lexi Brown. Rebels need a good serve receive. I imagine that's part of what Coach Stewart just told her team during the timeout. Brown serving left to right at mylocalradio.com. Drops it in. Smith bumps in front. Kiara sets high and outside. Hopkin hits it hard. It's up in the rafters. Bumped and bumped over. Smith, again, nice pass. Kiara sets high and outside. Hopkin hits to the back line. It's deflected out of bounds. A Bear Lake Realty kill ties us at 25 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And boy, these two teams, if somebody wins a set by more than 2 points, I'll be surprised the way this has gone so far. Talisha Larson serves. The pass goes up front, barely able to be kept alive by Brown. Rebels receive. Peart bumps to the outside, and Hopkin pushes into the middle. Passed across by Teichert, and then over the net from Nate. Rebels don't get a good pass. They're scrambling. They keep it alive, and Kiera bumps it over her head and over the net. Brown sets it up high and outside, left side. Hit blocked by the Rebel defense. Epic Recreation block of the game. Set up again by Cokeville, and the Rebels dig. Risha sets left side. Hopkin bumps, but she can't quite clear the net. She's got that low bump that has resulted in a couple of points tonight, but this time it's into the net, and the Panthers again have set point. Service from Emma Teichert. Peart, good pass. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin hits cross court and dug by Teichert. That was Emma. Set up left side, hit hard. Smith digs it up. Great dig by Amber. Slapped across by Hatch. Brown sets it up left side again. Big hit off the top of the net by Janae Teichert. Rebels hit it over, stuffed back, blocked, and Panthers keep it alive. Bumped over. Smith with a good pass up front. Kiera sets high and outside. Hopkin hits. It's deflected back behind the back line. We're tied at 26 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. This one could not be much closer. Second set is brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Kiera Grohl serves. Bumped high. Lexi Brown sets it left side, and Teichert, that's Janae, bumps it over. Great pass by Amber. Set up left side. Hopkin hits. Back corner too long. Was it deflected? No. And the Panthers again have set point, 27-26. I'm going to go back to that last point real quick and mark down the J-bar dig from Amber. Rebels need a point, need a side out to avoid losing this second set. Hopkin hits, it's stuffed, and Smith is there for the dig. Kiera sets again left side. Hopkin hits, too short. She digs it herself, but it went off the top of the net and rolled back, and the Panthers win set two, 28-26 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels took Rolene Kennedy's first set. The Panthers take the town of Woodruff second set. We'll take a quick break and be back on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. We're tied at 1 apiece as we head for set 3.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Savannah Peart, and you're tuned in to Rich High School volleyball action on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, and online at mylocalradio.com.
It's the September Sell-a-thon going on now at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. The time to buy is now. How about over $12,000 off a 2017 Silverado, or 0% financing for 72 months, or up to $3,500 in customer cash? Receive up to 20% off select models at the guaranteed lowest prices. It's the September Sell-a-thon going on now at Auto Farm Chevrolet.
We know it isn't convenient to have a vehicle in the shop. That's why we work hard to repair and restore as quickly as possible to get you back on the road. Make it hassle-free. Let T-Bar fix your car.
When it comes to hard things in life, don't say, why me? Just say, try me. Remember, it's the tough things that make us the strongest. The cattle ranchers at Laziest Ranching are proud supporters of the youth. Sim, Joe Jean, Carol, and Millie Weston, along with Sim Jr. and Meggie, remind everyone to eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. That's right. Eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. We've had already. The Rebels took the first set, 27-25. Panthers bounced back to take set two, 28-26. The Rebels had a narrow lead for most of the way. They pushed that live at 21-16 before the Panthers battled back and eventually won. They had a lead early. Again, it was 21-16. Panthers battled back. It was set point for the Rebels at 24-22. Cokeville scored the next 3 straight. Had a couple of set points. The Rebels kept themselves alive, but errors, just 1 ace. These are both a couple of teams that are very good at serve receive. The Panthers 1 ace in the first set. Rebels had just 2. Again, contrast that with the last third at Tabiona. Rebels had, I think, 15 aces in the match. They'd be on pace right now for about 6 in this entire, if we go 5 sets, just the way we've gone so far. Panthers to serve. Your beginning serve is brought to you by the station in Randolph, here for your convenience. That's not a Circle H Atlantic Cattle Company ace, but it is a Panther service ace. See Chris Hopkin walking by in that signature black cowboy hat. Another service ace. Rebels don't pass it well a couple of times in a row. Lexi Brown. Rebels struggling a little bit, just as our internet signal struggling a little bit here in this third set. Rebels down 7-4, overpassed by Larson on a dig. Brown sets it up right in the middle. King hits, deflected off the top of the net to the floor, and it's 8-4. Panthers feeling the momentum and the energy, leading 8-4 here in this third set. Brought to you by Rich County Rebels with a championship cause. Internet just dropped out from underneath me here, and I think I've got it back going again. We'll see if that continues to be the case. Rebels set up the attack. They get stuffed and then dig it up and bump it back over. Brown sets it up in the middle. King this time just taps it. Hopkins digs. Kiara sets left side. Peart hits it hard. Peterson digs it up. Set in the middle for King again. Slap to the back row. Hopkins digs. Kiara sets in the middle. Talisha taps it to the middle. And the donut hole of the defense, but defense is there. Diving dig by Risha, overpass, King hits it, overpass again on a dig, another dig by the Rebels. It's behind her and she can't get it. Coach Stewart up off her feet shouting to the down official wanting something, and now she's going to call for a timeout as the Panthers lead 9-4 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. We'll take a quick timeout as well on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Risha Larson, and you're tuned in to Rich High School Volleyball action on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, and online at mylocalradio.com.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. Schedule a family whitewater rafting trip today. Packages include your hotel room, transportation, whitewater rafting, and lunch in a native teepee. The Wind River Canyon is located on the Wind River Indian Reservation in Riverton, Wyoming, and is home to the Northern Arapaho and Eastern Shoshone tribes. Come and enjoy the waves, the breathtaking views of the oldest canyons in Wyoming. Call today the Wind River Hotel and Casino, where families play, stay, win. 866-657-1604.
Again, apologies on our broken and frozen video. I think we're back on. Kate, let me know as soon as possible if we are indeed back on. Rebels down 9-4, coming out of the timeout. They set it up, get the attack. Peart hits it, diving dig by Peterson. Bumped, and Panthers, boy, they are hustling right now. They fill in the energy and fill in the momentum. Rebels set it up and hit. It's blocked down the line of the net and just barely out of bounds. Rebels catch a break. 9-5. Rich trailing on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Peart serves, and she gets off a service ace. It's the serve receive is shanked off to the side. 2 errors by the Rebels so far on serves in this third set, but that Circle H Land Cattle Company service ace brings the Rebels back to within 3. Peart serves again. Bumps high on the back line, bumped toward the front, and Brown bumps it over. Talisha passes. Kiara sets left side. Hopkins hits, stuffed, but on the wrong side of the net for the Panthers, right side of the net for the Rebels, and it's 9-7. Rich trails by 2, trying to climb back in after they were down 9-4. Peart serves again. Not a great pass. They set it up, though. Nice set left side, hit by Teichert. Rebels dig it. Kiara sets left side. Hopkins pushes it. The push attack. Brown sets it up in the middle. King hits hard and to the floor. Rebels didn't get the block in place, and they couldn't get the dig in place. 10-7 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. The Panthers with the lead in this third set, brought to you by Rich County Rebels with a championship cause. This could really use a service error or a quick side out here as Janae Teichert delivers. Nice pass by Smith on a dive. Hopkins hits, blocked, kept alive by Larson. Hopkins hits it again, and this time Peterson shanks it out of bounds. 10-8, Rebels back to within 2 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Hatch checks in. Talisha Larson steps back and delivers just a laser tightrope. Brown punches it over. Rebels set it up for Hatch in the middle. She's blocked, diving dig. Rebels keep it alive, but out of bounds, and we had a lift to keep it alive. 11-8, Cokeville with the lead. Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels took the first set, brought to you by Rolene Kennedy, 27-25. Panthers won set 2, 28-26. That second set was brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Rebels receive, set it up. Hatch hits. It clips the top of the net. It was kind of a hook shot where it's coming in toward her from the middle. She didn't jump, just slapped it over and just cleared the net. The top of the tape there slowed it down enough that Cokeville couldn't get underneath it. Kiara serves long. Third service error of the set by the Rebels, and it's 12-9. Panthers back up by 3 with Lexi Brown back around in the rotation to serve. She served 3 aces in a row to start this set, and she serves an error into the net, giving the Rebels a point and the service. Julia Hopkin. One step, serve long. Boy, both teams' service errors becoming a problem in this third set. No, not for Cokeville. That's just their first service error, but that's the Rebels' fourth. Running jump serve for Emma Tykert. Rebels dig. Kiara sets left side. Peart hits, deflected. She went high hands. Dug up, set left side. Tykert hits, back row Smith. Nice dig. Pass up front. Kiara again high and outside. Peart this time into the middle. A lunging dig by Emma Tykert. Set up, and a big hit by Janae Tykert is too big. 13-11 as she hit that one long and out of bounds. I apologize for those earlier issues we were having with our internet service. The school's internet was working great, and then it just dropped off. I wonder if they had a timer that turned it off late tonight, or a bunch of people got on. What it was, I'm not sure, but I think we got things figured out. Savannah Peart hits, blocked to the floor. Rebels able to deflect it, but they couldn't keep it alive. 14-11. Cokeville with the lead on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard, and now you're back around in the rotation. That puts big, tall Cassidy King on the front row and opens up the attack for Cokeville to go to the middle as well. Peterson serves. Nice pass by Smith. Set up. Talisha pushes it across. Set up left side. Janae Tykert diving dig by Smith. What a dig. Set up, and Peart slaps it to the back row. Brown will set high and outside left side. Emma Tykert hits, stuffed by Peart. Set up again. King hits too long. And the Rebels earn the point. We had an Epic Recreation block of the game and a J-Bar Excavation dig of the game. I believe both of them were Savannah in that 1 point for the Rebels, that one rally. Risha serves. Brown sets it up left side. Tykert hits cross court way wide. Did the Rebels deflect it? No. 14-13. Rebels within 1 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard here in this third set, brought to you by Rich County. Risha serves again. Nice looking serve on a tightrope. Received well. Set up right side. Diving dig by the Rebels on a touch attack. Talisha hits to the middle. Peterson passes up front. Brown sets into the middle. King hits hard. Stuffed by the Rebels, but out of bounds. King with a lot of power, and she just smashed that one into the Rebel block. And it was hit hard enough that the block hit it out of bounds. 15-13. Rebels down by 2. Service error. And I believe that was Camille Nate on the serve. Rebels within 1, 15-14. That's the second error of the set. And Rebels return it with an error of their own. The serve is too long. 16-14. That's the Rebels' 5th service error of the set. Cokeville is at 11 points without those 5 Rebel errors. Rich receives, bumps, not a good set, and they bump it over. Brown sets left side, hit hard right into the hands of Risha Larson. Nice attack by the sophomore Emma Tykert, and it's 17-14. Panthers on top and with the serve. Janae Tykert, the junior, will deliver the serve, and she serves it into the net. So I mentioned the Rebels' 5 service errors. That's 3 errors for the Panthers, helping keep the Rebels in it. We're at 17-15, Rich down by 2. It's Alicia looking for a good serve here, and she gets one. Peterson passes up near the net, set in the middle. King hits too long, out of bounds. Did the Rebels deflect it? No. Looked like there was a block there, but they just got their hands down, or maybe didn't get quite high enough to block it, and it's a hitting error. 17-16, Rebels down by 1. Peterson serve, receive, shanked off, and there's your second service ace of the set. Talisha Larson ties it up at 17. Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace from Talisha. See if we can get another one as she delivers another serve. This time a good pass up front. Nate back set, tipped by Brown, too short. She was trying a touch attack and just tipped it into her own side of the net. And it's a timeout on the court. Rebels take their first lead of this third set. 18-17 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. You're tuned into Rebel Volleyball on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
Larson delivers the serve, and Talisha has another service ace. The receive is shanked off to the bleachers. 19-17, Rebels up by 2. Larson down the line. Good serve receive this time. Set up left side. Teichert slaps it through the block. And it's 19-18, the side out for the Panthers. Get that Stacy's Repair scoreboard back up there for you if you're watching online at mylocalradio.com. Peart receives, bumped outside, and Smith bumps it over. Good communication. Larson was there, and I heard Smith saying, I got it. Touch attack, Peart digs, set up left side, Hopkin hits, and it's deflected. It was hit high on the hands at Nate, and she deflected it out of bounds, 20-18. It just went right over her fingertips to the back line. Kiera Grohl serving. Rebels on top by 2. Panthers set it up, and a nice touch attack by Emma Teichert brings Cokeville back to within 1, 19-20, 20-19. Rebels up by just 1. Serving, Lexi Brown. Again, 3 service aces to start this third set. Then an error the next time around, and an error this time around. Wow. She served so strong those first 3 serves, but her last 2 have been errors. Rebels serve again, Julia Hopkin. Brown sets it up, hit back line. Smith, good pass up front. Kiara left side. Peart hits, deflected in the air. Brown digs it. Nate will pass it or set it left side. Hit by Teichert, and Smith digs again. Kiara left side. Peart hits, deflected, and Brown again is there. Nate again to the middle this time. Teichert hits, and Julia digs, but to the back line. Bumped, and Julia hits from the back line into the net. Just hit it too far down. 21-20 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels up by 1 in this third set, brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with the championship cause. Serve down the line. Smith passes up front. Kiara sets in the middle. Hatch hits hard, but she's stuffed. And we're tied at 21 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Again, Rebels took the first set, 27-25. Panthers took set 2, 28-26. We're tied here in set 3 at 21. Hopkin passes up front. Kiera left side for Peart. Hits, deflected, bumped in the air to the net. It's an overpass. Tipped back down by Risha and dug up by Brown. Set. Teichert hits it hard and dug by Rich. Set up. Peart hits cross court. What a smack by Savannah Peart, making it 22-21. Rebels up by a point on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And boy, what an attack by Savannah Peart. She blasted it and hit it right where she needed to. Smith with the service. Bumped high on the back line. Brown goes a long way and bumps it, and then it's bumped from the back line. Smith passes up front. Good pass. Kiera sets, and Peart has to stop, step back, and slap it across. Brown this time high and outside. Hit by Teichert. Long just. Oh boy, she took something off of it, and it almost looped in there, but it didn't quite drop inbound. So the Rebels catch a break and lead 23-21 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard as Coach Bill Thompson takes a timeout. If you're not familiar with Cokeville volleyball, Coach Thompson's been around a while, and he's had some success. 21 state titles, including 9 in a row from 85 to 93. They missed it in 94 and then won 7 in a row from 95 to 01. Of course, the Rebels have some nice streaks of their own. 6 in a row from 92 to 97. 8 in a row from 99 to 06. They missed 08 in there. It would have been 15 consecutive titles for Rich. 17 total, including last year's championship for the Rebel volleyball team. 23-21 in this third set. Amber Smith serves back row. Not a good pass. Brown bumps it high. Teichert hits into the net, and Rebels have a set point leading 24-21 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich was down 17-14. They've outscored the Panthers 9-4 since that point. Bump over. Smith passes up front. Great pass. Kiera sets left side. Larson hits. Talisha couldn't quite get the kill. It's dug up by Teichert. Back set. Nate hits. Smith digs it. Kiera sets left side. Talisha slaps it to the back corner, and King is there. No, that was Nate that was there. Set up left side. Teichert hits to the middle. Kiera digs. Risha sets this time for Peart. Hit. Dug, blocked, bumped over, out of bounds. It was outside the antenna, and the Rebels win 25-21 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. A tight one in set 3. A tight one so far all the way through, and the Rebels come out on top in the third set, 25-21 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich now on top, 2-1 in this match between Rich and Cokeville. Third set has been brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with a championship cause.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Talisha Larson, and you're tuned in to Rich High School Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ, FM 98.3, and online at mylocalradio.com.
Everybody gets rock chips at one time or another in your vehicle window. From now on, anytime you get a chip in your windshield, don't think, oh booger. Instead, think T-Bar-S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston, home of the 1995 rock chip repair. Rock chips are fixed in minutes, and the team at T-Bar-S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston will come to you, or you can stop by the shop. T-Bar-S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston, home of the 1995 rock chip repair. Call us today.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
Boy, we've had a fun match so far. The Rebels won the first set by 2. Panthers won the second set by 2. The Rebels win set 3 by 4. Not quite the narrowest of margins, but it's been close. We've got a minute here between sets, so let's take this opportunity to thank Bear Lake Realty, providing our camera tonight. It's been operated by several Rich Rebel younger players. We had, let's see, who did we have first? We've had a handful of Rebels running the camera for us. Amanda Schultes ran it. We had Taya Peterson. We had J.C. Cornea. And now on camera is Maddie Weston. Our camera tonight is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. Visit BearLakeRealty.com. It's the Bear Lake Realty fan cam. I want to thank Coach Stewart and the younger Rebel players for helping us out tonight, running the camera here at Cokeville, where the Rebels lead 2-1 over the Panthers. Rebels won this match last year 3-1. This is a very good Panthers team who returned what Coach Thompson told me, all of his starters, all of his main contributors from last year's team that finished as a runner-up. They lost in the state championship match in 3 straight sets to Little Snake River, who they had beat in 2014, I believe, for their most recent state title. And for Coach Thompson, much like for Coach Stewart, if they go 2 or 3 years without a title, that's a long drought. Panthers look like they're going to be solid this year. Rebels with a beginning serve, brought to you by the station in Randolph, here for your convenience needs. It's Savannah Peart. She delivers a nice one. Set to the back line, hit long by the Panthers, and Rich leads 1-0. Rebels took a 1-0 lead in the first and second sets. In fact, in that first set, Rebels jumped out to a quick 5-0 lead before the Panthers battled back, and Rich won by 2. Good serve by Peart again. This time they set it up high and left side, blocked by the Rebels. Nice stuff. Epic Recreation block of the game, bumped and into the net on the third hit. Panthers can't control it, and the Rebels lead 2-0 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Coach Thompson up off the bench, gives a little finger roll at his head and then points to his noggin a few times, says, girls, let's use our heads. Nate sets, bumped over, not a real strong attack. Rebels don't get a great pass, though, and Kiera just slaps it across. Lexi Brown sets this time into the middle. Smith plays it high, shakes her head as she plays away from it because she knows it would have been long if she'd let it go. Rebels attack and slap it over. Dug up, set right side, and Rich digs again. Risha this time. Kiera goes a long way, bumps it. Peart bumps it over. Nice pass up front. Dump set. Kiera digs it. Smith passes it or bumps it, but to the back row or back line, and Rich couldn't control it. It's 2-1. And the Panthers get the point there. Set to serve, Janetta. No, that's Lexi Brown. Had 3 service aces to start set number 3. Rebels able to receive it this time, get off a nice attack, but it's dug by Cokeville. They set left side. Emma Teichert with the big hit. Rebels diving dig. Risha Larson. Kiera dump set, and Teichert is there. Brown back set right side. Nate hits it into the middle. Rebel diving dig by Kiera goes over the net. Set up again in the middle, this time for Casey Linford, I believe. No, we haven't seen. Yeah, it is Casey Linford. And she hits it into the net. The roll attack just came off her hand funny. And Rich gets the point. Service error by the Rebels into the net. Rich had 5 service errors in the second set. That almost cost them, but they were able to overcome with a few service aces. Nice pass up front, set high and outside. Hopkin crushes it. It's dug way outside. Brown plays it, and it's pushed to the back corner. Risha passes. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin punches it down the line. Dug up, set way across court. Teichert slaps it to the back row, and Smith digs. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin hits, crushed and blocked. Set up again. Hopkin hits again, blocked. Set up and tipped right at the net. Into the net goes one of the Tigers. No, 4 hits. I said Tigers, it's Panthers. 4 hits, and the Rebels get the point. So Rebels lead 4-2 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Serve, receive into the net, deflected by Brown, but they're not going to clear it over. And we're going to call that a Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace for Kiera Grohl. Rebels on top 5-2 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Again, the Rebels won this match last year at Rich 3-1. If they win this one 3-1, that would be the same number, winning 3-1. But I tell you, this has been a much closer, much more exciting match here at Cokeville tonight than it was last year. The Rebels frankly dominated last year. Kiera serves long. Second error of the set for the Rebels. The Rebels had 5 errors in the first, then 2, then 5, and now 2 already. That's 5, 10, 12, 14 errors in the match so far. And Cokeville returns the favor with a serve into the net, putting the Rebels up 6-3. Panthers had 3, then 3, then 4. So they're at 10-11 in the match. Kiera sets in the middle. Hatch hits, and it's blocked. Cassidy King, 5'10", against a lot of teams. That's not big, tall Cassidy King, but against Rich, that is big, tall Cassidy King with the block. She's 5'10". Nate with the serve, just clears the net. Smith dives for the receive. Hatch pushes it across. Passed up front by Nate. Brown sets in the middle. King hits hard, blocked, and kept in the air. Hopkin, Kiera sets left side. Peart hits back corner, misses, but was it deflected? It was not. I think it was Peterson diving out there to try and get it. She swung and missed, and boy, is she glad. Camille Nate serves. Smith again comes up to her knees and receives, gets a good pass. Peart hits, and it's deflected out of bounds. Nice job by Peart on the attack. Makes it 7-5. Rebels will lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And the Panthers haven't beat the Rebels in a match for a couple of years. Rebels serve, an error. That's the 3rd of the set. It's starting to become, well, not starting. It has become an issue, I would say. Panthers last beat the Rebels in volleyball. In 2013, they won 3-1. That's not going to happen tonight, at least not that 3-1 win. Peart hits and just creams it through the block. Bear Lake Realty kill for Peart.
Gary, I hope you got that cleared up. You're watching at home or wherever you are watching. We thank you for your sponsorship and hope that, that your video is not blurry anymore. A hit by the Panthers. Rebels try to dig, but they can't keep it alive. 8-7 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Panthers back within 1. Rebels took the first. Panthers won the second. Rebels won the third. They've all been close. Biggest win was the Rebels, 25-21 in set 3. Kiera from the center sets the outside. Peart bumps it over, kind of a funny basket bump into the middle. The Panthers hit it through the block. And it was Casey Linford, a middle blocker on the attack, I believe. And we're tied at 8 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Camille Nate serves. Rebels set it up. Dump set by Kiera, and it's dug up. Set left side. Tykert hits. Blocked by Rich. Right back to the Panthers. They set it up again. Tykert again. Back row. Smith with the pass. Good dig. Kiera sets, and Talisha pushes it across. Dump set. 3 Rebels converge. They dive and keep it alive, and Talisha will bump or push it across again. Lexi Brown sets left side. Tykert hits. Rebels dig it, and Kiera pushes it over. Panthers now scrambling a bit and bumped over by Linford. Peart passes up front. Good pass. Set. Hit by Peart. Skips the net. Dug, and bumped over. Was it out? No, it's still alive. Kiera sets in the middle. Peart touch attack to the corner is dug by Nate. Pushed back over. Risha, great pass up front for Kiera. Set left side. Talisha hits. Blocked out of bounds. And the long rally ends up in a Rebel Bear Lake Realty kill. And Rich back on top, 9-8 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Visit BearLakeRealty.com. Here's Savannah Peart. Laser serve. Dug by Tykert. Set up left side for Emma Tykert. Hit to the back line. Risha with a great dig. Kiera sets. Hopkin hits. Too long. Was trying to go high on the hands, but the block didn't come up. They just hung back or hung down. And we're tied at 9 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Lexi Brown to serve. I believe her last 2 or 3 service efforts have been errors. This time she gets off a good one. Rebels barely keep it alive. Hopkin hits cross court, dug by Janae Tykert. Set left side for Emma Tykert, who hits into the net. A hitting error puts the Rebels back on top, 10-9 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. We're in set number 4. Rebels with 2 wins, 2 set victories. Panthers with 1. Service, just beyond the back line by Talisha Larson. A 4th service error in the match, or in the set, rather, for the Rebels. We wish it was 4 in the match. They're at about 10 more than that 4 for the total in this match. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin hits, deflected by the block, and she just clapped it right through him to put the Rebels back up 11-10. Another Bear Lake Realty kill for Julia Hopkin and the Rich Rebels. We've had a real fun, close match. Serving is Kiera Grohl. She takes something off of it, and the pass goes over the net. Kiera up front. Risha sets. Hopkin hits back corner. Barely dug by Brown. Set up. Tykert. That was Janae with the hit. Rebels dig it. Kiera sets left side. Julia again hits, and this time she hits the outside hand of Camille Nate, the blocker. And that's in there for another Bear Lake Realty kill. Hopkin read that block well. And again, hit like the outside wrist that just deflects it out of bounds. Kiera with a laser serve. That was pretty. Knuckleball. Bumped over. Didn't get a good pass. Smith does make a good pass. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin hits. Blocked, and Peart is there for the dig. Savannah bumps, and Hopkin bumps it to the back corner. Good pass up front. Brown with the dump set. Kiera this time lunges in there to keep it alive. Talisha, then Hatch pushes it into the net. The set was, I think it was misfired by Risha. Looked like she was going to back set, but nobody was there. Hatch ran around her and pushed it into the net. 12-11. Rebels up by 1 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Caitlin Peterson, the 5'2 libero, senior, serves. Rebels get a nice pass set. Hopkin hits, blocked, and Hatch digs it up. Kiera sets again for Hopkin, who hits, deflected into the air. King hits it again, and I think she just saw it last second. Threw an arm out there and deflected it to the floor. It's 13-11. Rebels, that's as good as a Bear Lake Realty kill there. Julia Hopkins serves. No rotation on that service.
set up. Teichert hits. Janae doesn't get it to the floor as Hopkin dug. Peart pushes. Peterson passes up front. Brown passes in the middle. King able to touch, attack it down. Rebels got a finger on it but couldn't keep it alive. 13-12. Rich up by 1. Nobody's led in this fourth set by more than 2 or 3 points. Rebels were up 6-3. That's the biggest lead of the set. Nate serves. Hopkin passes. Kiera left side. Peart touches it, and it's blocked out of bounds on the Rebel side, but it was out. So Rich gets the Bear Lake Realty kill and leads 14-12. If you're looking for beachfront, a room with a view, maybe a secluded mountain retreat, visit BearLakeRealty.com and find what you're looking for, including lots of timeshare options. Janae Teichert hits hard, dug by Peart. Smith passes. Peart slaps it back row. Peterson up front. Lexi Brown dump set. Rebels have been on top of that better in these last couple sets than they were in the first couple. Rebels barely keep it, or the Panthers barely keep it alive and bump it over. Smith passes. Kiera, nice pass, nice set. Peart hits, it's stuffed, and Risha got a couple of hands on it, but deflected it out of bounds, and that block has been big. Coach Thompson told me that's how they beat Green River earlier this year at the Cokeville tournament. Green River ended up winning that tournament, but the Panthers beat them on the first day 3-0, and a big part of it was that block. Teichert misfires. You saw it come off the hand funny right from the start. Service error. Second of the set for the Panthers. Puts the Rebels back up by 2. Larson, that's Risha with a great serve. Not a great pass, a decent attack. Smith lunges out, keeps it alive, bumped, and the Rebels can't get it over in 3. 15-14. We're just going back and forth between these two teams. They're very evenly matched. What a fun match tonight. Serving for the Panthers, I believe, is Janetta Teichert. Rebels set it up. Hit, blocked. They keep it alive. Bumped and pushed across to the back corner. Nice attack by Kiera. Barely. Janae Teichert got to it. Set or hit to the back line. Rebels scrambling a bit, but they do bump it over. Just over the net on a high bump. Set, hit, diving dig by Larson, and the Rebels bump it back over. Lexi Brown dump set. Rich is there. Peart sets it left side. Talisha down the line. Nate passes up front. Brown sets it left side. Teichert hits hard and splits the defense, and we're tied at 15. Panthers bench explodes with excitement after that kill. Rebels will take a timeout. Coach Stewart trying to calm the momentum. We'll take a timeout as well and be back after this. Rebels and Panthers tied at 15 in set 4. Rebels up 2-1 in the match.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Talisha Larson, and you're tuned in to Rich High School Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ, FM 98.3, and online at mylocalradio.com.
The best family vacation. Create lifelong memories. The Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming offers a family dinosaur dig and vacation package that includes digging for fossils at the Wyoming Dinosaur Center, sack lunches, tours of the museum, and lovely clean rooms for a comfortable night's stay. With 3 restaurants to choose from, you and your family will have fun, eat well, and rest easy. Schedule your family dinosaur dig at the Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming today. Call 866-657-1604.
Back at Cokeville, Rebels with a 2-1 lead in the match. They took the first and third sets, 27-25 and 25-21. Panthers sandwiched in a win in set 2, 28-26, and in set 4 we are tied 15-15 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Again, our camera tonight is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. There's a quick shot of our Bear Lake Realty fan cam. Those are mostly Cokeville fans you can see there briefly. Smith receives. Kiera sets left side. It's up too close to the net, and the Panthers get the point. Rebels give it to them. Cindy comes out, gives a quick word of approval of encouragement to Kiera, saying, hey, you're good. Shake that one off. Get the next one better. She does this time. Talisha hits it down the line. It's dug by Nate. Up left side. Emma Teichert hits, and Smith dives and digs. Kiera sets in the middle. Peart hits back corner. And Janae Teichert there this time. Lexi Brown, dump set. Rebels set it up. Peart pushes to the back corner. Boy, covering a lot of ground is Janae Teichert to keep that in the air. Emma Teichert punches it across. Hopkin digs. Set left side. Talisha hits. Blocked. Talisha digs it right back up. Overpass at the net. Punched up high. Rebels keep it alive and push it over.
Bumped high. Brown sets in the middle, hit by Linford, and the Rebels dig. Kiera dump set, right behind her, tapped and bumped into the net, over the net by Brown on a touch. Just the tip over. Then Talisha hits, it's deflected out of bounds. Brown says, no, it wasn't me, I didn't touch it, but somebody did. Pretty clear to see it was deflected. The path of the ball changed as it went through the block. And it's a Bear Lake Realty kill. Rebels are tied at 16 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Savannah Peart. Boy, what a strong serve. Panthers get a good pass. They set it up, hit it to the back line, and dump it in there. 17-16. Panthers back on top by 1 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Neither team gaining much of an advantage here in this fourth set. The Rebels did have a 6-3 lead early, and they've led by a few other times. Lexi Brown serves, a high rainbow. Peart passes, Kiera sets left side. Hopkin hits, back corner. This one bumped high into the rafters. They keep it alive, and Teichert, Janae bumps it over. Peart passes, Kiera sets left side. Hopkin hits and almost crushes it down, kept alive. Great diving dig effort by the Panthers again. They bump it over. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin hits again. A nice dig. Set up by Brown in the middle and pushed across, and it came off her hands funny, and the Rebels just watched it go down. 18-16, Panthers with the point on that long rally. They were playing defense most of that rally. Didn't get a good attack, but they ended up with the point. Lexi Brown to serve. Running jump serve. Peart, good pass up front. Kiera, left side. Hopkin hits. She's stuffed, and the Rebels keep it alive, but a carry to keep it in the air. 19-16, Panthers, their biggest lead of the set. They've scored 3 straight. Rebels need a side out. Lexi Brown to serve, left to right if you're watching online at mylocalradio.com. Peart passes, Kiara sets in the middle. Talisha hits back row, and Janae Teichert passes up front, set left side. Emma hits back row, and Smith passes. Kiara sets left side. Hopkin hits back corner, and Janae is there. Bumped by Brown, left side, Emma again. Risha digs. Kiera, left side, high and outside for Hopkin, who crushes it through the block. And that's what we needed, a Bear Lake Realty kill. A strong hit from Julia Hopkin. Puts Talisha Larson back to serve. She's got a few aces in this match, but an error on her last service. This time, just about an ace. Brown goes a long ways, and Panthers just keep it alive. Talisha digs. Kiera long set left side for Hopkin, who hits, deflected by the block. Janae digs it up. Left side, Emma hits off the top of the net. Hopkin digs, and Hatch pushes it over. Set in the middle, slapped across. Larson digs, Kiera sets, Hopkin hits, back line. Janae is there again. She's got like 10 digs in this last 3 points. Risha digs an Emma hit. Emma Teichert, that is. Hopkin bumps it over. Doug passed, quick set, hit too long. Did the Rebels deflect it? It was out of bounds on the hit by the Panthers. And the Rebels did not touch it. It's 19-18, another long rally, and the Rebels get the point. Talisha serves again. Janae Teichert with a good pass. Lexi Brown sets it up, and it's passed across by Nate. Rebels set it up. Hopkin hits off the block, and the block was too far to their right. Hopkin hit it off the left wrist of Casey Linford, and it deflects directly to the floor. We are tied at 19 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. A little 3-0 run by the Panthers, followed by a 3-0 run by the Rebels. Coach Thompson takes a timeout, but we'll keep it right here in this fourth set. Our first set was brought to you by Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Our second set was presented by the town of Woodruff, and the third set by Rich County. We've had the Epic Recreation block of the game so far to this point. Either Sydney Hatch or Savannah Peart. Hatch in the second set, Peart in the third. J-Bar Excavation dig of the game. I think we'll go to Savannah Peart. It was all, she got a block and a dig candidate on one rally. Ended in a Rebel point, and the Rebels took that third set 25-21. Epic Recreation, make your vacation an epic one to remember. Rentals in Bear Lake for all seasons. Visit epicrecreation.net. And J-Bar Excavation in Randolph. Quality work on all kinds of projects. If you need it dug, call J-Bar. Talisha serves, not a good pass. Bump over by Brown. Hatch, good pass up to Kiera, left side. Hopkin comes in, hits, and it's deflected up high and kept alive. Brown, a quick set in the middle, tipped and to the floor. Nice attack by Casey Linford, the senior, 5'6" middle blocker. Just taps it in there, 20-19, tap, tap, taparoo. Emma Teichert, the sophomore, serves. Peart passes up front. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin crushes it, but it's stuffed. Rebels dig. Peart bumps it to the back row. Smith slaps it from the back row over the net. Emma bumps. Lexi Brown bumps, and Nate bumps it over. Rebels pass up front. Good pass. Kiera sets. Hopkin crushes it down the line. Boy, she punished that volleyball, and we're tied at 20 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. That was a thing of beauty. A Bear Lake Realty kill for Julia Hopkin, and that was beautiful. Served by Kiera, almost an ace, but the Panthers keep it alive. Kiera sets left side again. Hopkin again, she crushes it down the line, but this time just wide, out of bounds. Puts the Panthers back on top, 21-20 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Caitlin Peterson, the libero, to serve left to right at mylocalradio.com. Hopkin passes. Kiera sets in the middle. Hatch hits. It's blocked, and Hopkin digs. Peart, and then Hopkin bumps it over. Pass up front. Brown sets in the middle. King hits hard. It's deflected, and it's in there in the corner. 22-20. Panthers up by 2. The Panther fans start to make some noise. They can feel a match-tying victory just 3 points away. Peart passes. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin touch attack into the middle. Diving dig by Brown. Set left side. Janae Teichert touches it across. Kiera, Risha left side. Hopkin pushes to the back corner, and Janae Teichert is there. Set, a back set, push down the line in the corner. What a touch attack by Camille Nate. Rebels couldn't get to it, and it's 23-20. Does Coach Stewart take a timeout here? No. He's going to let them play. Peterson looking to make it set point as she serves. Again, left to right at mylocalradio.com. Nice floater serve. Good pass. Kiera left side. Hopkin hits back corner too long. And it's 24-20 after the service, or the hitting error. Rebels took the third set, 25-21. Cokeville looking to take this fourth set. It's set point. Smith passes. Kiera sets. Hopkin hits. And it'll not be 25-20 as Hopkins' Bear Lake Realty kill is deflected to the Cokeville Panthers student section. Rebels stay alive for now. 24-21. Hopkin to serve. Rich on top in the match. 2-1, but down 24-21. A service ace brought to you by Circle H Land and Cattle Company. Boy, we could use another one of those. Rebels still in it. Hopkin to serve again. Coach Thompson calls for a timeout, and we'll take one as well. Rebels down 24-22 in set 4, but leading 2-1 in the match.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Amber Smith, and you're tuned in to Rich High School Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, and online at mylocalradio.com.
Minor, major, chip, crack, dent, or crinkle. Whether it's vehicle body damage or a damaged windshield, no damage is damage we can't handle. Hi, this is Matthew Rex at T-Bar-S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston. We take pride in bringing your vehicle back to its original state. We offer free estimates and deal with your insurance company directly. So no matter the damage, large or small, windshield, body, or paint, we'll get your vehicle back to its original state. T-Bar-S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston. Let T-Bar fix your car. 515 County Road.
Back at Cokeville, again the Rebels on top 2-1, but trailing in set 4, 24-22. Panthers looking to tie this thing up. Hopkins serves, not a good pass. Brown sets left side. Janae Teichert hits right in the middle. The Rebels watch it go, and Panthers win 25-22 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. We're tied at 2 games apiece. Not sure what the Rebels saw or didn't see there. And there's a little discussion here. What is the? Oh, it's captain to flip for this fifth and final set. We'll take a quick break. We're tied at 2 games apiece as we head for the 5th set on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
When it comes to parts and service, don't rely on anyone other than the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. The professional mechanics and parts department team have the experience to help you with whatever you need. When you need to add a winch, get an extra belt or spark plugs, winterize, repair or replace tires, or have a rebuild, they can help. Whatever you need, gift ideas, parts, accessories, or a great mechanic, you'll find it all at Cash Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91.
The Rebels with 4 service errors in that 4th set. And the Panthers win by 3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. 5th set coming up. Rebels won the first set 27-25. Panthers bounced back in set 2, 28-26. Then Rich takes the 3rd set, 25-21. And the Panthers again bounce back to win 25-22 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Coach Bill Thompson told me that if his team competes well against Rich, he believes it'll be a good year for his team. And that's certainly the case, at least the fact that they're competing well against Rich today. This has been a fun match. Again, looking back at the Laketown Ledger, brought to you by the town of Laketown, the Rebels have won 3 straight against Cokeville, lost in 2013 3-1, and lost in 2010 3-1. But Rich has beat Cokeville 10 out of 12 times going back to 2004. I know they played before that, but I don't have records that go that far back. Both these teams won state titles and won a lot of them during the 90s especially. Panthers won 9 in a row from the mid-80s to the mid-90s, and then in the 90s they won every state title in Wyoming except 94. They did not win in 1994. That's some serious dominance. The Rebels did just about the same thing. From 1992 to 06, the Rebels won 14 titles. Didn't win it in 98. Well, the 5th and final set coming up. Again, it may be tough to tell the difference between these two teams. Rebels in the long sleeve blacks with white numbers. Cokeville in the long sleeve blacks with orange numbers. They do also have a little bit of orange trim going down the sleeves. And the Rebels, again, the white numbers. The Panthers with the orange numbers, surrounded or outlined by white. Panthers will have the serve to start this 5th and final set. The beginning serve is brought to you by the station in Randolph, here for your convenience needs. And this is it. So we'll decide the winner here. Smith receives that serve by Brown. Kiera sets left side. Peart hits. Cross court. Dug high in the air up near the net. Brown bumps it high back away from the net. Hit. And it's hit into the antenna. So the Rebels are on top, 1-0 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. A hitting error puts Savannah Peart back to serve. Peart delivers an ace. Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace by Savannah Peart. And that one very timely. Peart will serve again for the Rebels. That's 2, 4, 6, 7 aces in the match. Peart serves again. This time the Panthers play it. Brown sets left side. Nate punches it across. Risha passes. Kiera sets in the middle. And Talisha hits back line too long. 2-1. Rebel lead is 1. Rebels get set for the receive, and it's Emma Teichert to deliver. Peart passes. Nice pass. Kiera left side. Hopkin hits, and boy, she hit it hard, but it was dug up. Brown goes a long ways, bumps it into the middle, and Janae Teichert hits across. Risha, good pass, set in the middle. Talisha just loops it over the top. Panthers set it up, punch it to the back line. Peart sets left, or passes left side. Hopkin punches down the line, out of bounds. We're tied at 2. Julia trying to go around the block, went around a little too far, and we are tied. Rebels won the first, Panthers the second. Rebels won the third, Panthers the fourth. We're tied at 2 and in the 5th set. Smith passes up front. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin punches it. It's blocked. Blocked by Janetta Teichert. And the Panthers take the lead. Their first lead of the 5th set. 3-2 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard.
Emma Teichert to serve again. She served 3 straight points for Cokeville. Smith passes, decent. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin hits hard. It's deflected and kept in the air, bumped way outside. Back to the middle and over the net. And Risha passes. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin hits it, and she drills it through the block. We're tied at 3 after a Bear Lake Realty kill. Visit BearLakeRealty.com. They got lots of great timeshare options. It's not just your traditional options either. Call Bear Lake Realty. Visit BearLakeRealty.com and talk to Gary and Amber McKee for details. Service ace. Talisha Larson drops it in there in front of the defense. Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace, brought to you by Chris, Michelle, Isaac, Emily, Julia, Sydney, and Mitch Hopkin. Sydney helped the freshman and JV win in 2 straight, both of those matches. This varsity match in its 5th set, bump over by Cokeville after the Rebels serve. Rich sets it up, Hopkin hits and splits the defense again. The Rebels are up 5-3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. A Bear Lake Realty kill for Julia Hopkin. Coach Stewart up off the bench on her feet, clapping some encouragement for her team. Talisha serves again. Good pass this time. Brown high and outside for Janae Teichert. Hit hard. Peart puts her hands up. I think if she lets it go, it's out of bounds, but she made the decision and hit it to the ground. 5-4. Caitlin Peterson to serve. Rebels up by 1 in the 5th. Peterson serving right to left at mylocalradio.com. Peart receives. Kiera left side for Hopkin, and she almost knocks it down, but Peterson dives and digs, bumped over. In the middle, Larson passes. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin hits again, and this time nobody's getting that one. Julia Hopkin just pummels it to the corner, and it's 6-4. Rebels on top on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Kiera Grohl to serve. She's got a couple of aces in this match and goes to Peterson. Pass up front. Brown sets high and outside. Janae Teichert hits it, and diving dig by Smith to keep it alive. Panthers scrambling a bit. They get a good attack down the line. Peart dives and digs it out of bounds. 6-5. This 5th set turning out to be much like the 3rd set or the 4th set or any set in this match where no team can get much of an advantage. 5 points is the biggest lead either team has had in the match. Rebels set it up for Hopkin, who's stuffed, absolutely blocked, and we're tied at 6 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. That's a big block by Cokeville. The timing, the hops, and the effort. Service by Nate Smith. Great pass up front. Kiera sets in the middle. Hatch hits, back corner, out of bounds. And it was not deflected. 7-6. The Panthers regain the lead. They led 3-2 early in this 5th set. Rebels need to get a side out. Nate serves. And Peart goes down to her knees, keeps it alive. Rebels bump it over. Didn't get a good attack. Peterson bumps it. Brown sets high and outside. Janae Teichert hits and goes cross court and drops it in. 8-6. Panthers looking solid. They can feel the win. They're playing with a lot more smiles than the Rebels are at this point, leading 8-6 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. That's part of that home court advantage, I think. Hopkin with an overpass on the serve receive. Brown sets in the middle. King hits, deflected, and she went right through the block. 9-6. Do we get a timeout here? We'll see. Coach Stewart not up off the bench yet. Camille Nate to serve. Rebels have not passed well off of Nate's serves the last few ones. They get a good pass, a good attack, but it's dug up. Set, Janae Teichert hits. Rebels dig. Kiera bumps from the back row, and Smith bumps it over. But out of bounds. 10-6. Panthers with the lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels, a few different players saying, hey, ladies, let's get this. Let's go. Side out. Peart, good pass up front. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin hits. Stuffed! 11-6. The Panthers on a 6-7-0 run. It was 6-4 Rebels, and Cokeville has scored 7 straight in the 5th set. 11-6. Panthers on top. Nate serving again. Peart passes Kiera left side for Hopkin. Julia hits. She's blocked again. Kiera bumps. Risha sets in the middle. Hatch hits. Deflected, and Peterson keeps it alive. Teichert bumps, and Brown dumps it over.
Kiera, left side into the middle. Hatch taps it across. Peterson is there. Brown, left side again for Janae Tykert. Diving dig. It hits the top of the net. Rolls over. A diving dig by Kiera. And the Rebels, that's your new J-Bar dig of the game. The dig hits the top of the net, rolls over, and drops to the floor. A Bear Lake Realty kill. Julia Hopkins serves. Janae bumps it high. Brown bumps it high, and Janae taps it across. Peart dives and digs. Kiera sets in the middle. Hatch pushes to the center court. Dump attack by Brown. Rebels set it up. Peart hits down the line. Dig by Nate. Set in the middle. King hits it. Blocked by the net. Fourth hit. They don't get it, though. They'll say the Rebels touched it. Hit into the middle. Peart dives. Rebels continue to play despite what they should have had a point. Brown dump set. Peart lunges out and keeps it alive. Smith bumps and Hopkins bumps it to the back line. Good pass up front. Brown sets left side. Janae Tykert hits. Smith digs. Kiera sets left side. Peart smacks it. Doug, it was deflected and dug. Brown, King hits back line, and Smith deflects it out of bounds. 12-7 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard, and Cokeville takes advantage of a blown call. The ball hit mid-net, but they give them that fourth hit, and now the Rebels take a timeout, trailing 12-7 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard in the fifth set.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Amber Smith, and you're tuned in to Rich High School Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, and online at mylocalradio.com.
It's the September Sellathon going on now at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. The time to buy is now. How about over $12,000 off a 2017 Silverado, or 0% financing for 72 months, or up to $3,500 in customer cash? Receive up to 20% off select models at the guaranteed lowest prices. It's the September Sellathon going on now at Auto Farm Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Panthers 3 points away from winning the match. Hopkins passes up front off the serve. Set left side. Peart hits into the net. And it's 13-7 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Boy, you can feel the momentum and the energy all with the orange and black. Janae Tykert serves. Strong one. Peart passes. Good pass. Kiera sets left side for Savannah. Hit. Blocked. It was deflected to the floor right in front of a diving Caitlin Peterson. And the Rebels have no room for error, trailing 13-8 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Amber Smith serves. Down the line, and it's passed up over the net. On the line, it was in there. Risha Larson thought it would be out. She watched it drop, and it's 14-8 set and match point Panthers. The overpass worked out well for the Panthers. Here's set and match point. Hopkins with a nice pass up front. Set up outside. Peart touch attack, and she got it off the top of the fingertips down to the floor, and the Rebels stay alive. Rich won the first and third sets. Panthers won the second and fourth. Here's set and match point again as Risha Larson serves. Janae Tykert passes up front. Nate sets, hit to the back row. Lunging dive by Smith to keep it alive. Peart hits, and Janae Tykert is there. Brown bumps it high. Left side, hit by Emma Peart. Out of bounds. Rebels watch it go, and it's 14-10. Rebels earn the point on the hitting error from the Panthers as the Cokeville student section started to chant, "I believe that we will win." Risha Larson serves. Not a good receive. Bumped over by Emma Tykert. Smith, great pass up front. Kiera sets left side. Peart hits back line. It's bumped high off the ceiling to the floor, and the Rebels are still alive, but trailing 14-11. Set and match point again. As the Rebels need a few more points, Coach Bill Thompson calls for a timeout, and we'll call for one too. Rebels down 14-11 in the fifth set at Cokeville.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Julia Hopkins. Thanks for tuning in to Rich High School Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, and online at mylocalradio.com.
Coverage of Rich High School sports is also being made possible by Delmas Equipment, repairing equipment for over 20 years, farming equipment assembly, and custom fabrication. The Thompson Ranch, Brian and Becky Thompson, promoting student learning and success in all areas. And Western Ag Credit, reliable credit for all things agriculture.
Risha Larson serves. Janae Teichert, good pass up front. Brown left right side, and Smith digs. Set up into the middle. Rebels hit. Blocked. They dive and keep it alive, and it's out of bounds. The Panthers win. They beat the Rebels for the first time since 2013, 15-11. Their final score on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. What a match we had here tonight. Would have liked to see the Rebels come out on top, but the Panthers earned the win, 3-2. And this is a Panthers team. Don't be surprised if they win the 1A Wyoming State Championship. We'll continue to follow them, but for now, we'll take a quick break and have your post-game show brought to you by Mound Valley Cattle Company. Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. That's coming up in just a moment. Again, a tough loss to Cokeville. Snaps a 5-game win streak for the Rebels. 3-2. The Panthers win on their home court. We'll be back right after this.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Talisha Larson, and you're tuned in to Rich High School Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ, FM 98.3, and online at mylocalradio.com.
Founded in 1997, the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho serves Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming, and is proud to sponsor the students and staff at Rich High School. The Mound Valley Cattle Company is established on the foundation of hard work, commitment, and perseverance, knowing that every individual on the team must give their best for the team to succeed. The same principles that students and athletes at Rich High School are learning today that will help them lead tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the town of Randolph.
Back at Cokeville, where the Panthers come from behind. They were down 1-0 in the match. Then they were down 2-1, and then they win the final set and win the match 3-2. We'll give you some more stats and highlights coming up on our Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show, brought to you by Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. But first, it's time for the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap. Jimmy John's at 113 Front Street in Evanston. Rebels on Thursday night at Cokeville, a non-region battle, but a border battle against teams that have probably won more state championships than any other two teams combined, maybe in the West, maybe in the country. Rebels with 17 titles, the Panthers with 21, and it was a battle on Thursday night. The Rebels jumped out to an early 5-0 lead, but the Panthers battled back. We had to go to extra points, and the Rebels won 27-25 in the first set. And in the second set, it was pretty similar. Neither team could build much of a lead. The Rebels were down 13-10, went on a 7-1 run, led 17-14, but then the Panthers roared back and won 28-26. Rebels took the third set in the most dominant win of any of the sets in the game, or in the match. 25-21 was the final score. The Rebels won in set 3. And then the Panthers bounced back to take set 4, 25-22. Then in set 5, with the Rebels up 6-4, Cokeville goes on a 7-0 run. They led 11-6. They had 5 set points and finally got it on the 5th, winning 15-11 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard to win the match 3-2. So the Rebels drop to Cokeville, and we'll get back at it Saturday against Westside. Also, don't forget the freshmen will take on Utah School for the Deaf and Blind on Friday night at Rich High School, while the football team is at Milford. That's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap. Gourmet sandwiches, fresh and fast every day. The Mound Valley Cattle Company postgame show continues after the break. We'll have the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital postgame highlights and the Lazy S Ranching Roundup school calendar right after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
As the hospital closest to Bear Lake, professional medical care is always available at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. As a full-service hospital, Bear Lake Memorial offers an emergency room that's open 24/7. They treat patients of all ages. Other professional services include physicians' clinics, assisted living, home health services, counseling, dialysis, physical, occupational, and speech therapy, orthopedic care, and skilled nursing. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
It doesn't matter what season you visit Bear Lake. Make sure you always stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods. You'll find lots of great quality inventory at low prices, including guns and ammo. During the winter, you can rent cross-country skis, snowshoes, and buy your ski passes to Beaver Mountain. Pugstones is always the best place to get information about the area and purchase your hunting or fishing licenses. Everything you need with one stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods at the four-way stop in Garden City.
Back at Cokeville on the Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show, brought to you by Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. That's the Mound Valley Cattle Company. It's time for your post-game highlights presented by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. And what a match we had tonight. Again, the Rebels jumped out to a 5-0 lead. Panthers battled back. Rebels went on another 5-0 run and led in the first set 11-5. And that was the biggest lead of either team, I believe, a 6-point lead. Yeah, no team led by more than 6 in the entire match. The Panthers led by 6 in the 5th set. But the Rebels had 5 service errors in the first set. They finished the match with 16 errors in 5 sets. That's a few more than I think Coach Stewart would want to have. And when you lose a set by 2 points, another set by 3 points, and another set by 4 points, those service errors really come out big. It's like losing a basketball game by a point and you missed 4 free throws or whatever it might be. But Rebels won the first set 27-25. They were down late, and Cokeville had a couple of set points but couldn't finish the job in the first set, and the Rebels won. Second set, though, the Panthers did finish the job. Rebels had a couple of set points and couldn't finish the job, and Panthers win set 2, 28-26. Then in set 3, we went back and forth, and both teams led, both teams trailed, and Rich ended up winning 25-21. Same story in set 4. Rebels went on a late 3-0 run to tie it at 19, but then the Panthers finished with the final couple points of the match and won 25-22. Then in set 5, again, this was the big one. Rebels were up 6-4 and looked like things were going well, but then the Panthers got a side out and scored 7 straight points, and that was just too much. It was 11-6. Then it was 11-7. Panthers scored a couple more points. It was 14-8. Rebels held off the loss for 3 points. Scored 3 straight to make it 14-11 before the Panthers earned their final point and the victory 15-11 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. I mentioned the Rebels with 16 service errors in the match. Panthers had 12, so that's probably more than Coach Thompson would want. The Rebels also had 8 service aces, so that's not bad against a pretty good serve-receive team in the Panthers. Panthers had 5 service aces in the match. The Rebels, so let's take a quick look at the block of the game brought to you by Epic Recreation, and I think we're going to give that to Savannah Peart. In fact, she's going to get the Epic Recreation block of the game and the Epic Recreation dig of the game. The J-bar excavation dig of the game. Kiera had a real nice J-bar excavation dig in the 3rd set. She dug it. It hit the top of the net, rolled over the top, and dropped down for the Bear Lake Realty kill. But I think we'll give Savannah, she had an Epic Recreation block followed by a J-bar excavation dig all on the same rally in set number 3. That helped the Rebels keep it close. They made it 14-12 with the point on that rally. Ended up winning that set 25-21. So those are your Epic Recreation block of the game and J-Bar Excavation dig of the game. Again, our camera tonight has been brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. Scoreboard by Stacey's Repair in Woodruff. Our aces by Circle H Land and Cattle Company. And we've had plenty of Bear Lake Realty kills in the game. Our beginning serve of each set was brought to you by the station in Randolph. These have been your post-game highlights brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. We'll take one more quick break and be back with the Laziest Ranching Roundup calendar. Plenty going on this weekend in Rich School District, Rich Schools Sports. So I say schools because we got high school and middle school sports coming up this week. We'll tell you about it when we return on the Laziest Ranching Roundup calendar on Rich High Volleyball and Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. When you have dental care done, you let the dentist and the hygienists into your personal space. It's important that you and your family trust that your dentist will provide professional care in a comfortable atmosphere. Comprehensive Family Dental is a family-owned and operated business that understands how important this trust is. 2 locations make it convenient for you and your family when scheduling appointments. When it comes to your dental work, expect the best. Call Comprehensive Family Dental today at 435-793-2210. When it comes to hard things in life, don't say, why me? Just say, try me. Remember, it's the tough things that make us the strongest. The cattle ranchers at Laziest Ranching are proud supporters of the youth in our community. Sim, Joe Jean, Carol, and Millie Weston, along with Sim Jr. and Maggie, remind everyone to eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. That's right. Eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. Welcome back to the Mountain Valley Cattle Company post-game show. A quick look ahead at Rich County sports and activities brought to you by Laziest Ranching. Eat more beef and cheer on the Rebels. First off is, of course, tomorrow. The Rebel football team travels down to Milford. And our pregame will start at 6:15. There's no JV game tomorrow, so make sure to tune in for, if you can't make the trip down to Milford, tune into the pregame show at 6:15 right here on KADQ. Rich Rodeo Club is at the Sevier Rodeo. That's in Salina tomorrow, and then that continues on Saturday. Actually, they're at the Wasatch Academy Rodeo in Mount Pleasant, Utah. Tomorrow, the Rebel volleyball team hosts Utah School for the Deaf and Blind, and it'll be the Rebel freshmen taking on that USDB varsity squad. Then on Saturday, Rebel volleyball gets back into it, hosting the Westside Pirates. Freshman, sophomore at 1, JV at 2. Our varsity coverage begins at 2:40 right here on KADQ. Rebel volleyball team also in action. The freshmen will be at the Evanston Freshman Tournament. Times and opponents are to be determined, to be announced. And Rich Middle School volleyball and football teams in action Saturday. Volleyball at Kemmer with matches beginning at 9 a.m. Football versus Mountain View at Rich Middle School with games beginning at 10 a.m. That takes us through the end of the week on the Roundup calendar, brought to you by Laziest Ranching. Eat more beef and cheer on the Rebels. That wraps up our postgame show, brought to you by Mountain Valley Cattle Company. Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Again, our final on tonight's Stacy's Repair scoreboard. The Panthers beat the Rebels in 3. First time for the Rebels have lost to the Panthers since 2013, but that's a very good Cokeville Panthers team. They win the final set 15-11 to win 3-2. And earn the victory. Rebels dip to 7-4 on the season, ahead of tomorrow's game against USDB and then Saturday's match with Westside. That'll do it for tonight's game and tonight's broadcasts. For tonight's videographers, we had a handful of them, a bunch of Rebel freshmen coming up to help and run the camera. We want to thank them. Thanks to my producer, Kate Bollender, back in the studio. I'm Ryan STEINECKERT. Until tomorrow night when Rich football plays at Milford, our pregame starts at 6:15. Go Rebels. We'll talk to you again soon.
You've been tuned in to Rich High School Rebel Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's match has been brought to you by these Rebels supporting businesses and individuals: Edwards Furniture in Logan, West Star Printing in Evanston, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, T-Bar-S Body Shop Technoglass of Evanston, the Wind River Hotel and Casino of Riverton, Wyoming, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, and by mylocalradio.com. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Old West Media, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the aforementioned rights holder.
Our executive producer is Val Cook. We thank our office manager, Kayleen Anderson, and our sales manager, Julie Burley, along with KNYN Sports Director, Jake Hibbert, Chief Photographer, Warren Cook, and production assistants, Kate Bollender and AJ Lamb. Biggest thanks to all of our sponsors and to you for tuning in. We invite you to visit mylocalradio.com for archived games and past interviews with Rebel players and coaches. Thank you for joining us on this presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on KADQ FM 98.3 and online at mylocalradio.com. Until the next time the Rich High Volleyball team takes the court, go Rebels!